right, guys, we're back. We still have some. We're having a little technical difficulty with Kent Daddy Does Barbecue, but and I have family leaving right now, so it's like a herd of animals going across the behind the computer screen right here. But you guys are on the hot seat on a special edition of the Thanksgiving hot seat. We're doing a little roundtable chat tonight. Kent is having a little, like I said, difficulties getting on right now, so he's working that out. But we have Scott from the Grill and Hobo Nichol BBQ in the chat. In testing laboratory. You want the whiskey or not? This is very unprofessional, guys. So anyway, guys, we're going to get started. I will shout out some people in the chat. We got LeprakonTV and Smoky Goodness. Our normal moderators are in there. Dan, Smoky Goodness, Soul Food Cooking, Brandon Gurley, the Shadow Seed, Easy Bake Barbecue, Keith Bet Tags, keeping track of all 16 people in the chat. Nigel, of course, is in the house. And John from 1984 Barbecue. Welcome, everybody. If I missed you, don't worry, I'll get you on the next go around. But guys and gals in the chat, don't expect much out of tonight. This is just going to be a good time chatting with some old friends. Hobo can actually get in the screen a little bit. So, Scotty, say hi, man. Where you been?
What's up? What's up, guys? Hey, CJ. Sure. Thanks for having me on, brother. Appreciate it. Hobo, thanks for joining in. Hello to everyone in the chat.
Right on. Hobo,
in a minute.
We got some fun tonight. Hobo, say hi to everybody.
I just want to say hi and happy American Thanksgiving because Canada has a Thanksgiving in October.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
What is it called in Canada?
Thanksgiving. I'm celebrating with you, boys.
I thought it was called something else, like Canada Day or some shit. My bad. Hey, Char Griller, Dave's Ohio Barbecue. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We got some Canadians in the house for you there, Scott.
Hey.
Happy Thanksgiving, eh? All right, Eddie. So this is the first hot seat where we actually have an audience participating and causing a bunch of shenanigans. We've had a nice bit of Thanksgiving turkey and Thanksgiving whiskey, so everybody's nice and schmammered. So good times. We're working on Kent. I don't know where he's at. Hopefully, if he can't get onto the Hangout, we'll get him on my phone, and he could just chat from the sideline. Yeah, exactly, Jason. Easy Bake Barbecue, Peanut Gallery. Hey, Christy's Cooking Channel. Happy Thanksgiving. So, guys, I kind of want to start off with a question. You know, you had a little Hobo. You had a little announcement video a couple months back that you and Scotty were going to do a weekly live stream. What's coming of that? What's in the development? What's happening with that one?
So it's mostly my fault, and by mostly I mean all my fault.
All right.
Haven't gotten around to doing anything. I've had other shit going on.
Right on.
I don't know what's going to come of that.
All right. Well, that was the original intent of having you guys on tonight, was to talk about your new channel. So obviously that went by the wayside when life got in the way. Maybe.
Yeah, I fucked it all up. That's what I do.
It's all Hobo's fault. See, Tom Hinterman, Duncan 1900 Homestead. How you doing, brother? Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'll try to shout you guys out as I see you come in the chat. This, like I said, it's going to be a very informal hangout. Hobo's fault. Hashtag Hobo's fault. If you guys got questions, throw them in the chat to any of us. We're going to try to get, like I said, Kent online and helping us out. But there's enough of us on here that we can pay attention to the chat and keep it going. All right. Hey, shut up. I'm a mean drunk. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Let's see.
You could literally hear a pin drop right there.
Yeah, they got quiet quick.
You got some pull, Callie.
Sometimes I feel like I run the house.
So how many neon green fruity drinks did you have tonight?
How many what?
Neon green fruity drinks did you have tonight?
Not enough, I guess. But I've only been drinking whiskey, so cheers. Let's see. Lewis is in the house. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Awesome chat on Tuesday. And thanks for asking your questions. It helped us. It kept the chat rolling. Chris, you're very right. All right, so Chris, you said you just uploaded a video on your other channel. You want to talk about your other channel and put the link in the chat? We want to get Hobo's new channel to 100 subscribers tonight. So you got it in there? There it is. Everybody who's in here, click on that link and go subscribe to Hobo's new channel. Thank you. Have a good night.
It's not really a new channel. It's actually been around for about close to a year. I just didn't really upload it much to it.
Old, new.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Just one click, Yeah. You're subscribed. That's all it takes.
All you guys got to do is click that link. You go to another channel, and we'll go. Someone asked what whiskey. I always have Crown Royal. That's my go-to. It's my go-to.
For single barrel.
I know you got something good over there, Chris.
I got
cooking with rye. What are
blackberry cider.
Hey, cheers to you, brother. You don't need to throw a chat in there or a super chat, but hey, it's appreciated. We'll definitely work on getting Kent a new computer with that. Oh, by the way, since Kent's not here, don't tell anybody, but I did get his Christmas bonus today on Black Friday. So hopefully he's in the chat. Never mind. So Daddy Dutch Barbecue and Cooking is going to have a good Christmas. That's all I got to say about that. But thank you, Rye. Much appreciated. All right. So, Hobo, your new old channel, what's it about?
You ever watch Seinfeld?
Mm-hmm.
A show about nothing?
A show about nothing?
That's pretty much what it's going to be. I just uploaded a video, which is all video and pictures I took in Cleveland at night. It's about 4 minutes long. Got some music. It's just kind of just different shit. And I think that's probably what it's going to be is when I start going different places, just video and taking pictures and shit.
Oh, that's cool. Way to sell it. Taking pictures and shit. I like it. I like the video you put up on your other channel with you and Mrs. Hobo. Where that was a fancy schmancy hotel there, buddy.
Yeah. You gotta take them out and keep them happy.
Right on. Was it just a hangout weekend that'll get away from the kids type shit?
Basically, it was the last time. I think it's not going to be shitty here in Ohio. And it wasn't that great, but it was still cold, but it wasn't snowing and stuff. So basically went to the hotel, walked around downtown Cleveland, went to Wahlburgers. I seen somebody asked how Wahlburgers was. So I read a bunch of reviews on Wahlburgers, and it seemed like there was two sides. It was either the greatest thing since sliced bread, or it was overpriced. You're just paying because Marky Mark is on there. Honestly, if I was walking by it and I was hungry, I'd go in there and eat. But I wouldn't drive an hour to go to one.
All right,
like it's a very good burger. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. It's like a burger that your mom used to make. Like it's really good. Well, at least my mom used to make really good burgers, but it's really good. But it's just not something that you sit there and go. What's that?
It's not worth the hour drive, right?
Right.
All right, cool. 1984 Barbecue John dropped the super chat. Thanks so much, guys. Again, it's not expected, required, anything like that. Your questions get answers, your comments get said. You don't have to put anything on there, but I am not one to turn anything down. So hook it up. Let's see. Easy Bake said it's not the S&S spinning great burger.
You know what? I want to weigh in on that, and you're not going to like it, probably. But why the fuck would you spin a burger? It doesn't. There's no mathematical reason to do that.
Well, you got to keep it hot and cold at the same time, right?
What if you wanted to get those grill marks? You got to turn it fucking 180.
All right, Scotty, you just blew your own challenge, man.
Oh, snap.
Guys, a little backstory. Before we got started, Scotty's like, well, let's have a challenge. Who cannot cuss the whole time? And I'm like, I can't go like 5 fucking minutes. And I know Hobo can't. So, Scotty's like the first one to blow it. Oh, funny, dude.
Dave's Ohio Barbecue just made a comment, and I agree with them. So Michael Simon's got a burger place here in Ohio, a couple of them, called the B Spot. And
really?
It is a lot better than I would say Wahlburgers is, but it's also it's a completely different environment. It's not a fancy burger place, but it's like Wahlburgers was, I don't know, I felt more like I was in a McDonald's than I was in a nicer restaurant, and B Spot's got a much better environment, for lack of better words.
Well, isn't it, it's become like a chain. Obviously, it's a chain, but it's more commercialized, right? They got that show, they got all that stuff,
Yeah.
So,
I mean, everybody in there was nice, but the building in Cleveland is very small. Like, you got to like walk like this to get between tables and shit like that.
Right. I would love to check out one of Michael Simon's joints for sure. Obviously I follow that guy, on YouTube, or not YouTube, the cooking channel or whatever. He seems like an awesome dude. Hold on. Be careful out there, please.
I got her.
Don't beat up old people.
Why not?
Okay, you can beat up old people. I don't want to have to bail you guys out of jail. All right.
We're gonna ram people with the car.
Literally just took all the fun out of it.
I know. Why are we going out?
All right, be careful, guys. I love you, so hold my beer. Perfect. So, Mrs. CJ and my brother-in-law are going out Black Friday shopping, even though it's Thursday. So I told her not to get in jail tonight beating up somebody over a fucking TV.
Hey, I jumped 12 subscribers. Good job, CJ.
12?
12.
What?
26 to 38.
All right.
Wow.
I want to see another 12 before we're done. So, Hobo, every 15 minutes, throw your channel link in there. We'll shout it out. Kirby said he's drinking right now. Kirby, you're in that Hot Seat Mods chat. So if you want to jump in and join the link, go ahead, man. So, Scotty, we've spent a lot of time talking to Hobo. Let's talk to you a minute. When the fuck
All right.
you do a video? You're a YouTuber, damn it. When are you gonna do it, man? What's happening?
Hey, man, thanks for asking. And I just same thing, kind of got caught up with life, and not to say that no one else is caught up with life that makes videos. It's just my perspective. I miss it, and I think a lot about it, and I want to do it again because I had fun, right?
Right.
And to be honest with you, I feel like some of my connection has been lost because of not making videos, and that kind of sucks for you know what I mean? Like, it sucks, man. I love all you guys. I've met some great people since I started YouTube. Over October would be a year. And, I don't have big numbers like, say, other people, I guess. But, I had fun getting there, and I owe it to them to make another video, right? So it's going to be real soon, man. I'm just kind of trying to think about what I'm going to do, and, make something half decent for people to enjoy. And yeah.
Right on. Well, all it takes is just grab your phone, and the next time you're out there doing the dang thing, right? You got
it.
Ready? I mean, you could have done a video right now off of live streaming the live stream, man. This is behind the scenes, You got follow you. You got subscribers, right? You're around 500, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and
you got people that follow you, brother. So
yeah, you're absolutely right, man. And I got to respect that. And I will be putting a video out soon, and just, I just want to let everybody know that I really appreciate you coming and, subscribing and watching a video or whatever you do, like, thanks for being there. And, for me, it's like, I'm a people person, right? So
Right.
to meet all, like, to be doing this right now. Like, it's pretty cool of you to have me on, and I appreciate that, CJ. So thank you very much, brother.
Hey, man, I'm glad we were able to get you on and get you doing this, man. You're right, man. Obviously, you're still in all our lives and chats and hearts and all that, but you know, we like what you did, and we were all fans. So it'll be nice to see you get grinding again. You know.
All right, I appreciate that.
Chris, do you mind throwing Scotty's link in the chat? Are you available, or can you make it happen? And I see What's New Barbecue. Happy Thanksgiving, KC. What's up, Terry Eplin?
Hey, it's in the About More.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hit show more. It's down there. TJ Miller has under 40 subs. So, guys, I don't know what TJ Miller does, but it's probably good. So, sub to him too. Let's make tonight about showing the love, the Thanksgiving love, and subscribe. Most of the people in the chat know everybody. I see Chilling and Grilling with Rob D's in the house too. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So,
boom. Just threw my link in the chat. Hope you don't mind. Thanks, buddy.
Guys, get on Scotty's In for the Grill. He's going to be producing videos pretty soon, definitely.
Hey, CJ,
can
I jump in here real quick?
Yeah, please.
So Christy made a comment, once you take a break from YouTube, it's hard to get back into it. And that is very true.
Yeah, I agree.
The other thing Dan Smoky Goodness said is YouTube burnout is real. And that's honestly why I'm kind of jumping over to the other thing. Like I cook every weekend, probably 2, if not 3 days, because I'm off on Fridays. Not like I'm cooking like a casserole, like I'm outside on the grill making burgers, pulled pork, whatever. But it's just got to the point where it's like, okay, how many more pulled pork videos can you make?
Right.
How many ways can you make brisket? How many ways can you make ribs? Like it's not stimulating.
Yeah, I'm with you.
For me, that's why I was just like, fuck it. I won't make it. It's not worth making a video.
Right. Well, that's kind of what I was, I had another question like written down for you, I guess. Not necessarily a question, but, comment. But how was I guess it's a question. How was your time away? Like, obviously you're getting back into the swing of things. We're hearing from you guys and all that stuff, but what, you were working 12-hour days or 14-hour days, whatever it was, you're killing yourself for sure. But how does it feel to be gone and back and all that jazz?
That's probably the connection on my fault.
Okay. So what do you think?
I didn't hear what you said. It sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher.
So my question is how was your time away? Obviously you were working hard. You were doing, your 12, 14-hour days. You're killing yourself for sure. But has it taken away the motivation to do the YouTube thing? Or is it just, just the idea of just cooking on YouTube? Do you have motivation to do other things, or is it just the cooking?
I think so. I'm probably different than most people on the YouTube thing. Like there's never any get famous, make money, fuck bitches, whatever the way you want to look at it was. Fair enough. It was just kind of I think I can do this. And
I feel that's what Rob D's in for, all them bitches.
But I mean, seriously, like the things that interest me, whether I make a video on them or not, kind of like the wood thing. I know that most people outside of like heavy metal barbecue probably could give 2 shits about the differences between 30 different smoking woods. But at the same time, like that's like I had a lot of people in our friends circle, if you will, that were like, well, why are you buying all that? That just seems crazy to me. What's the point? And the point was I have a curiosity that I want to understand the differences. Or like there's a lot of bro science on the internet, on YouTube, people saying this is the way you got to do stuff. And I personally need to know for myself, like, hey, is this the wood that you got to use, or can any wood work differently? And what happens if you try? Like, I throw mesquite now on when I cook pork butts. I don't do the whole thing mesquite, but I'll put some in there just to see what the difference is.
So you thought about doing videos like that, and not necessarily like how to make a pork butt on whatever, but does hickory taste better than cherry or whatever?
Well, the problem with that whole thing is that it's all subjective. Like,
it's a matter.
I know a lot of people like Heaven Made, whatever. It's incredible,
right?
And it may. I've not bought it. I've got like fucking ask Leprechaun. I sent him home with probably 20 bottles of rub just because I tried it and I just wanted to know what it tasted like. And I figured out like what I like for different meats and stuff. But I'll keep trying different things. But what I like and what you like you fucking Canadian whiskey.
Right.
I like bourbon.
Right.
Does that make you right or me wrong? Not really. You know what I mean? Because the taste is going to be different. You're cooking for the people, your friends, your family, whatever, and you got to figure out what those people like.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, for sure. Well, then I can't really.
You gotta read Red's comment, CJ. His last comment.
Yeah, Red, you're gonna hurt everybody. Keith Bettag, of course, I like beer. As you should, brother.
I mean, like, Keith likes Ham's beer. He thinks it's great. Every person that, when I went to his house, said it was like drinking cat piss. Right. I tried one because I had to know what cat piss tasted like, and I didn't think it tasted that bad.
Oh, man, it's Tom Hinterman, hashtag CJ is right because it's his show. Shit. People didn't believe that on fucking Tuesday, did they? Oh shit. Anyway, Kris, sweet tea. Hey, Kris, I love sweet tea. That's one of my favorite things. So where are you going? What are you doing then, Kris? What's the next step? Are you just still trying to figure it out, or what?
I think you get to a point where creatively, at least I'm speaking for myself.
Right.
I think that's what the burnout is so everybody on YouTube tells you need to find this niche, whatever the fuck way it's pronounced.
Niche,
and that's where you need to stay.
Right.
But the problem is that becomes boring.
I agree with that.
At least for me personally. Like, I don't just have one interest in life. I have many. And like, I've had so much fun. Like last weekend, she went to bed early and I just went walking through Cleveland at midnight filming random shit. I had a great time. Right.
Well, that's cool with me, man. I love that video, dude. I mean, I watch so much travel channel and so much cooking channel just to see other parts of the world. So to watch, even Ohio, it was cool to see what you saw that night. And so those type of videos, shit, I watch them 100%. It was cool to watch. And you had that All the Way Up song at the beginning. That's my jam, dude. I work out to that shit, dude. When I work out, I mean, it's not.
It was funny because there's a spot in that video where I can't remember if it's at the end. I'm filming at a bridge, and you're watching the cross traffic go through, and there's a guy behind me yelling at a guy at the bus driver who must have drove past him.
Nice.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, I've got 10 minutes committed to this stage shot just so that I can run it in like 30 times the speed. But this could be great. But do I pull out of this and spin to that? And it ended up, the guy yelled at the bus till the guy opened the door. Then the guy was standing at the front of the bus screaming at the bus driver, but I couldn't make out what he was saying. Then he stepped into the bus and was still screaming at him, then got on the bus and sat down.
That's awesome. Oh, man. Red said, dude, stop saying you work out. I told you had me at hello. I love you, boo. And then Jason did a hashtag CJ works out win with a big question mark. I work out. I mean, sometimes.
Working out right now. See that? It's working on that.
I mean, dude, this arm didn't get this big for anything other than lifting big drinks.
Can you repeat that motion?
You got them pipe.
It's like I'm in front of your microphone. All right.
You need 2 hands for that.
It is a big microphone. Oh my gosh. CJ is big bone. Yeah, more ways than one.
That's not what she said.
8-ounce curls. That's right. Well, I keep the handle present too, just to keep the blood flowing. All right, so working out the drinking elbow. I love it. We have a total, I see 27 viewers. So this isn't the most highly rated hot seat out there, huh?
People are lining up at Best Buy to get TVs for
$100. That's what they have a smartphone for. They could watch it.
Hey, you know what? If there's 1 or 100, you got to treat it the same.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I have questions.
I
am prepared. Let's see. Bottle Cap Barbecue's in there. Paulie Q, what's up, brother?
What's up, Paul?
Your other Canadian brethren. Keith Betek 30 was top so far. Right on. As long as Nigel's in the chat, you got it going on, man. Nigel's here. Rob D says, I remind him of a wrestler. What you gonna do when that 36-inch pipe? Oh, no. All right, guys. So we'll put it in there. It's 15 minutes are up. So
I was thinking more like Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
Ooh, yeah.
There's like 100 pounds on him.
Cool feathered hair. Dude, that was
awesome. Hey, with Virgil, he had a sidekick.
Yeah.
I met Virgil last summer. He was at a flea market by my house signing autographs.
That's crazy.
I bought the picture for $10 just to have this story in my life.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Nice.
Hey, Kent's in the chat too. Kent, you still having a hard time getting on? Do I need to try to send the link again, or are we just calling it a day and you take the night off? Kent, be nice. We got your Christmas bonus today, and it's coming to this house first, so I don't have to redirect it. So you watch out. CJ asked if I was related to Vader. Is that a wrestler?
Yeah.
I haven't watched the WWE for years, man. Like Hulk Hogan was my last guy that I followed.
He was around.
And Christy says Butterbean.
Oh, fuck no. Christy, you were one of my favorites, and now it's just done. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Dan said, I just bought an NWO sweatshirt. It's sitting upstairs.
I'm surprised you're not rocking that today, man. Shit, dude.
You can't wear black.
New World Order.
Oh, yeah, you can't wear black on your dungeon.
I just look like a floating head then.
Yeah, I understand. All right, so I see.
Okay, go put the shirt on, Hobo.
Yes, Miss Daisy. Fuck you, Scott.
Yes.
All right, so Scott, we talked about your next video, and it's coming soon. And this is kind of like a broad question, but do you think YouTube is like still a good platform, still strong to be on? Either of you.
Hey man, I love it. Like Hobo says, he's got different interests.
Right.
I just don't go on YouTube to I mean, we all got started some way. We got on YouTube and watched a music video or a how-to something that was outside of cooking, right? So for me, it's still a lot of information on YouTube, and you just got to search and sift through it. Like, I mean, it's say for instance, how to make a burger. Well, you're going to see a lot of videos on how to make a burger. It's up to you to pick a little bit out of each one, and then, whatever works for you at the end of it is what you go with, right?
Right.
So to broadly answer the question, me personally, yes, I think it's still a strong platform. I don't have a whole lot of knowledge like other people do. They might have a different opinion. But I say as far as information goes and you want to see something live, a video or someone showing you how to do a certain anything, that's the only place to go.
Right. I'm with you on that. And I'm with you on the other interest part of it too, because I got started watching YouTube for poker vlogs, so I could learn how to play poker better, or, follow people that I've seen at the World Series or whatever, so that's how I got started with the YouTube. I didn't know this whole broad spectrum of like YouTube cooking existed, because really when I decided to start my channel, it was with my son. We were going to do it. I thought I was inventing the wheel. Like I had no clue. I mean, I knew there was cooking, tutorials and shit on YouTube, but I really thought I was taking the world by storm with this. And then I got into it and realized that there are a fucking million different cooking channels out there. Like literally, so I mean, seriously, I thought I was like just the dopest thing. And then I'm like, oh God, I suck. So, I don't know. What about you, Hobo? What do you think?
I think we're at the point in the YouTube world where it's very hard to, outside of a handful of different things you can do, if you want to do something mainstream, you're going to have a very hard time getting traction.
Yeah.
So
I think you're right. I mean, if you look at like T-Roy and Lyle and, Booger or whatever that started 6, 7, 8 years ago, they had a better shot at getting the views and the notice and all that stuff than the thousands of people that join each month trying to get cooking channels. Does that make sense?
Well, the thing is, I mean, you get into the cooking world, and I'm not even going to narrow it down to the barbecue world, but just anything food related. It's been done 100 times. So unless you create some new oddball thing, you're not going to, people aren't, going to run out to watch. And the problem is even at this point, if you come out with some new oddball thing, for people to find you is very hard. So like I read a lot, like different YouTube things, etc. And it's kind of like the gaming world. If you're playing Super Mario Kart, nobody gives a shit about it anymore. But
Right.
when Fortnite came out, if you were one of the first, and I don't know what the fuck Fortnite even is, but if you were one of the first people playing Fortnite and putting content out, that became your thing. The problem becomes people want to watch you play Fortnite, and eventually Fortnite runs out of being popular and the new game comes out, and now you're stuck with 100,000 people that love watching Fortnite videos, and you decide to play the new Fallout game, and they're like, we don't give a shit about that. So it's almost like in their world, you have to recreate yourself again.
Right. That gaming thing is, you're right. It's they get so used, recycled. Does that make sense? Like you got to have the next dope game on there, right?
I mean, like if I started making videos on barbershops in the United States and going to them and filming them, and there may be a market for that already, but there may be people who are barbers who like and enjoy barber shit that would sit there, and you might fall into something, but I don't know how you figure that out.
Right. I'm thinking the same thing too. Question. I'm hearing myself reverb through somebody.
I'm not getting it on my end.
All right.
Hey, we got a question here, CJ, from Kenneth. You want to throw that in or keep things moving along?
That's what I was going to get to real quick. So go ahead.
All right. Kenneth wants to know, CJ, do you enjoy cooking videos better or hosting?
You know what? I saw that question roll through, so I was contemplating a little bit too.
Well, I think it's a good question.
Yeah, I do too. Honestly, I think I've been enjoying the live streaming and this talk show more than the cooking. I feel like the cooking has become jobbish for me. You know, like it's become something where I always think, you know, back and we talk about it, you know, 100 times. There's a billion different ways to make a burger, right? You know, or whatever, and it's tough to want to keep trying to recreate it, right? So the only thing that's kind of kept me going a little bit on that is that Mrs. CJ keeps buying fucking gadgets for the kitchen. So I got a new air fryer. So I gave me an outlet to try to figure out what I can make in there. Or she got me a Ninja Foodie, which I would never touch these things. I'd rather just use my oven and cook, right? But these are the things that it gives you gives you a creative outlet. You got to figure out how to use the thing. You got to do the thing. Obviously, it gets views. That's obviously a big thing. And what, you know, your goal is for the channel, but or at least for mine, I want to grow more. Well, I'm not in it for the money because I know there's not a lot to be made. But if I can make a penny here and there, then I'm cool with it too. And the channel itself has become like a creative outlet for myself. It has become a distraction, something to get me fired up about something. So that's what I'm thankful for. And it's let me find guys like you, you know, like become friends with people like you guys. That's cool to me. I would have never known you guys, you in Canada or you in Ohio or Red and on the East Coast, you know. So, that's what's up? I think you got the co-host with the most in there.
Hey, CJ, well put, man. Well put.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. So, Casey, to answer your question, I'm enjoying the live streams. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy, Hobo gave me a list of questions that he asked, and I kept the majority of them because that's what people show up for. It's a good way, a good jumping off point to get to know people, right? So it works out well. I vary my questions towards the guest, but I think I have more fun with the live streams. Truthfully, I haven't got really excited about cooking on one of my videos in a long time. So I don't know if that makes sense. Oh my God!
Just a little follow up here from Kenneth. He just asked, like, you know, his question: if the subscriptions never came, would you still do videos? For me personally, this is for all four now that Ken's here. For me personally, yes, I would have still, because when I was making videos, I wasn't concentrating on that. I was just concentrating on making a video.
Right.
So, exactly. Like, I didn't look at the numbers. Like, it's a cool feeling when somebody comes and checks you out and subscribes. That's a cool feeling, you know? But when you're making videos, that for me, I just concentrated on that. I didn't worry about it, you know, and I'm still not worried about it.
Well, you're right. The getting subscribers is a good feeling. And I think I have an obsession with my phone. I'm constantly refreshing it throughout the day. Oh, did I get one? Did I get two? Did I get another one? I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rush.
It is a rush. It's like you felt like you've accomplished something, right? If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And then seeing more views, I feel like I think that's a good thing too. I feel like that's a growth type thing. So I guess to answer the question, if people weren't subbing, or, you know, that wasn't a thing, I don't know if I would really do it, because I like the rush of getting the love or getting whatever. And on the flip side of that, I hate getting thumbs down. You know, I know there's people out there, they're trolls, they hate it, or, you know, whatever. For me, I take it kind of personally, and I don't mind. I think everybody by now that kind of follows us and follows me knows that I pretty much wear my emotions, right? So I was talking to Miss J the other night when we were talking to David Parrish. You know, I'm fine. And then suddenly, you know, the chat kind of pissed me off about something. and you could see I got pissed off, right? And I there's nothing I could do about that, right? So it's just me. It's, you know, Hobo's Hobo, Scott's Scott, Kent's Kent. I'm me. I am just me. And I don't try to be phony or different anyway. You know, I try to be myself on these things. And, you know, when I'm cooking and filming, I'm not always smiling while I'm cooking. So if I'm explaining what I'm cooking, you're not going to always get a smile from me, right? So that's just kind of my opinion on it. So,
hey, I
go ahead.
Turned off the hot seat like 3 minutes in when I was told that we're not going to ask Dave any hard questions. But
yeah.
What pissed you off during the chat thing?
Well, it was just, you know, the chat was rolling through, and you know, I've talked. It was Meathead. We've talked about it since, and he had some questions he wanted to ask, and you know, we just kind of disagreed on how we were going to do it or how I was going to let that go. So it just felt like it was getting a little too much, and I decided I was not happy at that moment. So it just, we worked it out since, but you know, that's why I had the disclaimer at the beginning of it that this was not going to be a slow and clear infomercial. The hot seat, and I've told this to people before, the hot seat's a misnomer, dude. It's not a hot seat. The questions we have for people are easy questions. They're get to know you questions, right? So everybody has already talked to the slow and seared to death, right? They've had their questions, they've made their videos, they've done whatever, and it just made no sense to rehash everything and get everybody worked up and have a fight. Parrish, whether people like him or don't like him, or like his product or don't like him, or like the product, he's part of the community in some way, shape, or form. And I know there's a couple people in the chat that use his product, there's a couple people that don't, but that's what I want to get people that are in the community on and have a chat. So that's kind of what it was. And I wasn't trying to dissect whatever beef people have with each other or whatever. And that's why I did what I did, and I got a little frustrated by it. So real quick, I see Marion's in there. Mega Fred's in the house. Sorry, that's a quick transition. Heavy Metal Barbecue. Is that Ken? Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, KC said personal preferences only. Yeah. So that's kind of why I wanted to do it. I left it pretty simple. I reworded some of the questions that I got and made it less snarky, I guess you'd say. And, you know, made it work out. So it is what it was. I've chatted with Kris already, Meathead, and we're good to go. So it's done. He put it to me pretty succinctly. You know, Kris, Meathead, and I have developed a pretty tight friendship, and he's like, dude, I consider you a brother. You know, brothers fight, and they get over it and they work it out. So we did. We got it over with, and that was cool. And I was texting him all day today, talking about the turkeys and having a good time. So that's that. Mel, you know, hi Mel, how you doing? Sorry, Kris, what were you gonna say, bud?
I coughed.
Oh, okay. Well, damn it, hit your cough button.
Yeah.
Shut up, cough.
Shut up, cough.
I hit my cough button the first 45 minutes.
I did. I yelled at my fucking oven again, thinking Kris. It beeped at me. I'm like, "Shut up, oven!" I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I'm starting
That's
to sound
actually
like
Dan Smoky Goodness' thing I stole from him.
Oh shit! All right, well, Dan, I'm thinking of you now.
You gotta go back old school.
Mm.
Oh yeah, shut up, dog, and shut up, bird.
Nice. All right. So
hey, there's 2 more questions that got missed.
Okay. Go ahead, and if they're for you or for me or whatever, let's go.
I didn't write down who said them. So somebody asked how much people with high sub counts make. Dan Smoky Goodness made the comment like the most he ever made was $38 in a month. If you go on socialblade.com and click on Casey Neistat, whatever, it'll give a range that says, based on the amount of views he has, it'll say like $500 to $10,000 from
That's
because
a broad
it
range.
depends on it depends on what the CPM is and all this other shit. But typically, if you take that number and you put it in the middle, that's about what they're making.
Right.
The other question was, do live chats help or hurt your channel?
Right. I saw that one go through too, and I meant to write it down too. Well, let me tell you, for myself, it was a godsend, man. It got like when I took it over the hot seat, I did. I was at 2,000 watch hours for the year or something like that, and then I took the hot seat over, and if you look at a graph, it was like right up the freaking hill. So it put me to the 4,000 hours I needed to get the monetization. Pretty, how long I've been doing this? Like, Kent, you remember 4 or 5 months, something like that? I feel it's 4.
Started in July.
Huh?
It started in the very beginning of July.
July. Okay, so yeah, 4 months, and dude, it's been great for me. I mean, I knew that my goal was to get to the AdSense and the monetization or whatever. Not so much that I knew I'm getting rich off this shit, because I know we ain't getting rich off this shit, but it was the next accomplishment. It was the next goal in my thing. So you got your goals of 500 subscribers, or the 100 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers, whatever. You want these goals, and the goals keep you on the grind and keep you trying and keep you doing things. So that's kind of why I believe it does help. And, Red was trying to get to his 4,000 hours, so you see him going up live more often, right? So the live is his only, besides the interview shows and stuff like that, it's a good tool to get to the 4,000 hours. And after that, it doesn't matter. But I know, like, KC, Kenneth just put something in the chat. He does lives either on Facebook, on Instagram, I don't think Instagram, but YouTube, and he just wants to chat. So there's people in there that love to, like, just chat, and I do that sometimes too. It's good to like, we're sitting around with Bolt, I'm having a cigar out back. Of course, I want to chat. I'm at a tailgate. I want to talk to my friends out there and chat. So I don't know. That's kind of my feeling on it. Anybody else got a different vibe on live streams?
So from the research I've done, says that live streams in and of themselves for watch time minutes is really good. The problem is when you put out say tomorrow you put out a cheesesteak video.
Right.
YouTube takes what this video tonight and measures your next video against it. So if your next video gets 20 views and 12 minutes of watch time, it says, well, this one's a dud because his previous video did X, Y, and Z. That's why if you look at like Sauce Stash, that's why me and him were talking. That's why he created the second channel to do his Monday live streams, because when you look at the video, because he was doing a live stream on Monday and putting out 2 videos after later on in the week. The video that would come out after the live stream would fucking tank.
Really?
Inevitably.
Well, that's cool. That's interesting to know. I mean, it's interesting to know, but for me, it's not really going to make much of a difference because I'm going to keep doing what I do. So, but it's interesting that that's how they roll,
I mean, I think if you're looking at this from a business standpoint, strictly, doing the live streams would not be the route to go.
Right.
I kind of had a moment a couple weeks ago where I sat there and I said to myself, I've got 1,500 people who are subscribed to me on YouTube, and I've got a couple hundred people on Facebook who are actually friends that are not YouTube people, whatever.
Right.
I post something on Facebook. I don't give a shit if anybody looks at it, comments, subscribes, whatever. And it kind of became a reality moment for me on the YouTube thing of, why do I care if 200 people watch this or 1,000 people watch this?
Right.
And when you go back to the community part of it, of, whether it's Christy, Keith, Red, Mel, Suburban Barbecue, you, 3. If I make something, you know, there's a handful of people that I talk to on a day in, day out basis. Or like if CJ says, hey, what do you know about this 17-inch Blackstone? Like, that's the people I actually give a shit about. If Bob in Poughkeepsie, fucking New York, asks a question, and, you know, I'll try to help the guy, but I don't have any skin in the game to whether he buys something or doesn't buy something. I'm not. We'll go back to the whole why I do YouTube. I don't do YouTube to sell shit.
Right.
If I was doing YouTube to sell shit, I would have a completely different viewpoint on it. So take that for what it's worth. What up, Kent?
Chris, what's the one thing I told you when you encouraged me to do YouTube? What is the one thing I said I was going to do?
Oh, you've put me on a softball question here. I can answer multiple ways, and I don't know whether to be honest or to be smartass, but I'll be honest. And that was, you didn't give a shit about who watched it.
I was doing it to have fun. People watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they don't. I do it for fun. Once a week, I look at my sub count. Monday on my way to work, look at my sub counts. If it goes up, great. If it don't, oh well. That's why I do it. I do it for relief and to have fun, and I like cooking. So,
I mean, it's like.
Hey, excuse me, Mr. Hobo. Scott, you still owe me a fucking pork loin video, you son of a bitch. Back to you, Hobo.
I think I just figured out my idea for next video.
I think that's the next video, buddy.
No, I was just going to make the point of, so before coming on here, my other channel had 26 subscribers. It is very strange to go back to, from going from 1,500 and some change subscribers to 26. Like, I'm used to putting a video out, and by the end of the day, it's got at least 100 views. I put a video out right before this live stream on the other channel, and it got 1 view, and I'm pretty sure it was my own view. Speaking of the other channel, it's in the chat. Go ahead and check it out. Subscribe.
Guys,
blah, blah, blah.
Shameless plug.
Like and subscribe. Hobo's other channel.
And hit the bell. The bell's very important.
If Josh was here, he'd tell you to like and subscribe. I see that Horse House, Jim, Suburban Barbecue, Meat Carinium, Meathead, obviously, what's up? I think that's all. I've shouted out everybody else that's in there. Red Barbecue and Pizzeria. I said he had a nice Cuban cigar and a nice single barrel. So I'm jealous of that. I almost set up this thing outside so I could have a cigar while we were talking, but it rained today, and that's just not okay with me. It's a little chilly outside. So,
oh, you poor fucker.
You know, weather in California is not allowed.
Well, here, CJ, I'll smoke a good old Canadian cigarette for you.
Cheers, my brother.
So does that mean it's weed?
No.
Oh, he's got. If it's weed, he only rolls it with his left hand.
Well, you're talking about Hobo. You're talking about the comments in. You have 100 people or 25 people, whatever, that comment on your videos, and they're the same cats. Like, I'm going to comment on your videos, and Scotty's going to do it, and same with Kent. But
maybe.
What?
Maybe.
But you're right. I look forward to the conversation, I guess, of the comments. Most people are kind of just, being there supportive. But then there's people that, in our group, in the YouTube community, that will have a real comment like, hope you're doing well, or, Keith Bedtag was going through some health issues, or Chef hurt his foot or whatever. You see those in the comments, and it's a good way to have a quick conversation, or, a quick hello, right? So I look forward to that. And you're the random guy from Poughkeepsie or whatever. You're always nice to them. You want to answer your questions, but you're right. You're doing it for the people in your chat. You want to support all of them. So I'm with you on that 100%. What I hate the most is the subscribers that come in and they're like, big like number 14, support each other, you know, because no one says sub for sub anymore because they know it goes to spam or whatever. But, you know, I got your back. You support, or yeah, you support big time, whatever, right? So that shit is what bugs the fuck out of me. That really grinds my gears.
Hey, Ken, do you still got that sign?
Shit, I gotta find it. Hold on.
All right, we're holding on.
Hold on, but I gotta take a pee break.
All right, pee break.
If I can't find it, I'll make a new one.
Cool. I saw.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from, CJ. I just want to say, man, I think you've been around long enough now that you know who's genuine and who isn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you should be able to read through that by now.
Oh yeah,
you know, sure. And it still chaps your butt. I get it. I've seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, right. You know, and yeah, man. But you know, you can see through that shit, right? Sure, you know,
right? But pee break, perfect. I whatever fucking company, whatever new subscriber comes in, channel comes in that does that, I will still check out their channel, right? Because I'm not gonna be a dick. I'm gonna check it out, and more often than not, I'm not gonna follow it. I'm not gonna get anything out of it, right? But there has been a few that even if I don't understand the language, I can see the ingredients and I can see what they're doing. So like there's nice. There's a Russian, I think he's a kid. He looks like a teenager, but has, you know, a fair amount of subscribers, and he reached out and whatever. So I went to his channel, and you know what? I subscribed to him. I can't understand a word he says. I can't read whatever comes through, but it's interesting to see what other people in the world do, right? So if you're tired of getting 1,000 different ways to make a burger, well, let's figure out how to make borscht in fucking Russia, right? So that's the good and bad about it, you know? Like, I don't want those stupid sub for sub shit, but it's kind of cool to, like, see real YouTubers, not just the freaking Indian people trying to, like, spam your account and get you going, but some real YouTubers out there in the world, and it's cool to see. So that's my take on those.
All right. On that note, CJ.
Yeah, but
couple weeks ago, you and I are both on the same channel. We had a private conversation saying, how many subs did you get?
Right.
You remember that?
Yeah, I did.
All right. You told me you got 2.
Right.
I had gotten like 24 that night.
Yeah.
And the next day, I went back and looked again.
They were all gone.
And all but 1 or 2 were gone, because these are all these people with the sub for sub idea.
Right.
And I totally agree with CJ that, you know, you go, you know, somebody subscribes to you, you go check out their channel. If it's something cool you like, what is it? Great whatever. Subbed to me a day or 2 ago. And I went out and checked his channel. He was only got like 25, 30 subs. But I watched 2 of his videos and I liked it. So I subscribed to him, you know. But when I get these gaming channels and it's something my son watches, right. I tell him, I said, well, if this is something you like, you subscribe to him, because I'm not into video games, you know.
Right. The only game channel I subscribe to is Meathead's son, which he doesn't really. I haven't seen him do any videos lately. But and then General Diamond, the guy who runs
General, and God, I don't want to say it wrong because you get crucified for butchering it. I think it's, no, is it Rythel? or Ruthill?
I don't know.
Meathead's
Say it phonetically in there for us.
Meathead Kid.
Everybody say hi to Chef Johnny. How you doing,
Well,
Chef?
Yeah, you better say it quick or he gets pissy in the chat.
Okay, Tom Hinderman said General Diamond used to be James' camera guy. Anybody know
he was during the summer when he didn't have to go back to high school. The kid's a senior in high school.
Oh, snap.
And that, I tell you what, that kid did James really well.
Oh, yeah.
So, more power to James. He's got this young kid that wants to help him, his neighbor's kid, and the guy's good. I don't care how old he is, he's good.
Well, his channel has like 7,500 subscribers or something. Like he's
yeah.
Homies. Okay, so Meat Cranium said it's Rith-Rill. RITH-RIL. Rith-Rill. I have to remember that.
All right. Marion said, please keep the chat PG because Rennie is watching.
Oh, little Rennie.
Oh, she got the bug Tuesday night.
That's funny.
What's the girl's name, Kent?
Rennie. R-I-N-I.
Hey, Rennie. Your first word needs to be fuck, 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 fuck.
Oh, I hope that's not her first words.
Well, I got a picture of it. I have a picture of it on my iPad, and she is laying on the kitchen floor looking at a smartphone watching the hot seat. So Rennie, he said duck, duck, duck.
Hey, Marion should know better.
Yeah, Marion, yeah, it's true. You should know better.
Well, you know what? It's actually his granddaughter, so maybe Kelsey should know better.
Yeah.
Just saying. Grandpa can't control everything.
Chris, you are a poo-poo head. So translation would be shithead?
Shithead. My first words were "ah shit," because that's what my mom used to say all the time was "ah shit." She drops them "ah shit." So I got
my youngest son. His first, well, not his first word, but his first cuss word was shit. Yeah. And I looked at my wife, and she says, "Don't say a word." I said, "You know, it wasn't mine because it would have been fuck."
I had that same conversation with my ex-wife, Kent.
But here's the thing. About 4 years ago, I was sitting on a dock at dusk fishing. Okay. And the bench on the dock was flat, but then it was angled both ways. Okay. So you had a 12-inch flat area and 6-inch angle, 45 each way. We're sitting there, and he wants me to retie a lure for him. So I do, and I'm using my cell phone as a flashlight. I set my cell phone down. I hear bloop. Now, at the time, my 8-year-old goes, "What was that, Dad?" I said, "My phone." He went, "Fuck." I didn't know whether to wipe a tear or be proud of him. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I needed to yell at him. All I did is said, "Son, don't ever use that word again." And I jumped off the dock. My knees got wet, and I picked the phone out of the tower, and it still worked. So... Sorry, Rennie. I said duck, if you're listening.
Let's see here. I'm trying to... have you seen any questions in the chat?
I've been watching like a hawk. Nothing new.
All right, cool.
I see Hobo needs 8 more subs on his other channel to get to 50.
All right, we'll put the link in there, damn it.
Damn, we're almost halfway.
He did a minute ago.
Let's see here. Meat Cranium says he hates it when he does a giveaway and people sub and then unsub right after the giveaway. Yeah, I'm with you on that too. I think there's people that actually, troll, like search giveaway, 500 giveaway, 1,000 giveaway, whatever, in the YouTube search button thing, and just sign up for that stuff. What did he say?
Rennie loves watching you guys.
Nice. All right. Oh, that's so cute. You guys want to see Rennie? All right. There you guys. There's Rennie watching us. Oh, what a sweetheart. Oh, so cute. The stream froze.
No, it didn't.
For us. All right, let's see. What's a giveaway? Dan, you never do a giveaway? What the hell?
Well, he's from Nebraska. The only thing they give away is football wins.
Oh, didn't they win last weekend, though?
Dan, I love you and Corey, but Corey's going to be cooking Spam, I'm telling you.
Nice. Nigel said something a little earlier when we were talking about, the state of YouTube and all that, but he said you got to go global. Well, I'm with you on that, but how do you specifically go global? Like, how do you reach out? He said something about reaching out to Australia. Like, how do you put your video out to Australia over and above just putting it on your deal? That's kind of what I'm thinking. And
making Australian rest.
I see KC Wesley Barbecues taking off. Cheers, brother. Happy Thanksgiving. Independence is in the chat. How you doing, brother?
Night, KC.
All right.
Hey, CJ.
Yeah, but
like if you look at my Weber Go Anywhere videos, most of the views come from Australia.
Oh, really?
Because so in February I went to Cleveland and I was sitting in the hotel bar and there was a guy from Australia there, and me and him got to talking about barbecue stuff, and he said the grills that you guys have here in this country are humongous compared to what we have.
Right.
So if you look at what you or I sit there and go, oh, we're going to go buy a Weber 22-inch kettle, people in Australia aren't buying that. They're buying something small.
Right.
Well, that's because quality don't take a lot of room to cook.
Right. Well, I watch a Australian off-road show, Overland guy. It's called Patriot Campers. And I don't know how I fucking, I got in the YouTube wormhole one day and I found these guys. And they have these overland camper rigs that attach to the back of your truck, and it can go anywhere and everywhere. It's freaking awesome. I love watching it. And their little setup has the Weber Q on it. The guy, the Firescape griller uses, and I think that's awesome. That it's just a little bitty deal, but that's right. It's probably what they can only put on their stuff. So. Red said he's going international when he does his Red Eats series. All right, bro. Sounds good to me.
Say, just an update for you, CJ. Soon to be 24-3 Saints. It is Thursday night. I got to do my football updates.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I see Josh and Babe are here. Hi, guys. We'll see you next week.
Hey, Josh sent me something on Facebook Messenger some weird way. Josh, send it to me personally because I can't open up whatever the fuck you sent me.
It looks like a little girl getting whipped cream in her mouth.
No, that's me. That's Mrs. Hobo's daughter.
Oh, okay. All right. Me and Mrs. CJ will actually be at Josh and Babe's house next weekend. We're going there to hang out, and I'm sure we'll be going on live, because Josh, anytime we hang out with him, has a camera in our face the whole time. Not that we hate that or anything. So that's fun. So look out for that stuff. I haven't seen any more. I think I saw a chef take off. So if you're still here, good night. I love that people are kind of sneaking away from whatever they're doing and jumping on the chat real quick. They're like, all right, sorry, Aunt Martha, I'll be right back. I got him on. All right, come back. So
that's like an hour and 15 minutes in. So
I know we've actually been on a while. I'm surprised. AE earlier said something. Do you ever think about doing a podcast? I actually thought about doing a podcast with this, like recording it, doing the normal hot seat and then broadcasting it to a podcast. But I got to figure out how to do that. I'm not that savvy to doing things, but I'm definitely thinking about trying to figure that out too. So
I had a lot of people ask me about that when I was doing the hot seat, but like you, didn't understand the dynamics of how to make it work or what the value, et cetera, was.
Right. That's the thing. If there was a true value behind it, and maybe anybody can, if they know in the chat, tell us what the value of it would be. But the reach of YouTube is a lot further than like even Apple would be. Even though I could put the podcast on Apple, Apple iTunes or whatever. YouTube is the world's second largest search engine, and they're owned by the world's first largest search engine. So to me, I don't know if we could do any better than just keep doing the live stream on YouTube. So Tom Horseman, he's funny, dude. Like, what's a podcast? And he's like, value.
Tom may not know what a podcast is. That wouldn't surprise me.
That's funny. All right, Josh and Bay, love you guys. We'll see you next week. Be careful out there. So my last real question that I wrote down, and then after that, I'm going to bring in Jay Leprechaun. He said he wanted to jump on, and he was willing to step in for Kent. So,
fuck.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we're going to let them in. Anyway, okay, so real quick. John from 1984 Barbecue says he listens to Malcolm Reed's podcast every Friday. Good stuff. Okay, so tell us what the value is in that. Like, what do you see what is it going to bring to us that we can't get off of YouTube? If you think about it. So, my last question that I wrote down, and obviously this is for everybody. What do you guys think is the next big thing in the YouTube cooks community? Like, what is going to drive views next? I feel like as much as we all love the Blackstone, we feel, we have a lot of Blackstoners out there, right? What else is there's tons of Weber kettle videos, but that's ageless, that's timeless. Red soft corn, fair enough. What do you guys think is the next big thing in YouTube cooks? Cooking naked. You guys are a bunch of perverts.
Cooking naked's fine as long as it's not bacon.
You don't want to splash that grease.
Hey, boiling rice is no problem naked. I've done it 100 of times.
So what do you think, dude? Okay, so I see KC said the person is what drives it, not the ships. All right, fair enough. That's one opinion on it. What do you, Hobo? You're fairly intelligent. What do you think?
That would be a relative term.
Relative to the other people in the chat, he's fucking a genius. What's the next big thing?
When sober.
When sober, true.
Ish.
So at the end of the day, the problem's always going to become you've got somebody from 2000. So there's actually this conversation came up at Mrs. Hobo's family get-together. Somebody was telling me about watching a turkey video, and I thought they were going somewhere else. But there's actually, I think it's a chicken video where this lady puts 3 chickens in an electric smoker and burns the living fuck out of them. And it's got like 200,000 views. But if you search it on YouTube, it comes up as like the top rated video for that search term.
Really?
But it's the most ass backwards fucked up video you can make. The problem is,
are you sure that wasn't Cooking with James with his blackened chicken?
Shit.
No, this
looked like the radio logo.
This is actually worse.
Okay, so real quick though, Tom Horseman said virtual barbecue. So I want to throw it out there so we can come back to it. Hobo, answer what you're going to say. Yeah. But virtual barbecue, I want to talk about that. So say what you're going to say, Kris.
The problem is that trying to jump into how to make fucking cream corn casserole or whatever is probably a wasted effort. Unless you happen to land on the algorithm throws you out there. You know, it's kind of like Hungry Hussy freaked out when his sausage bacon fucking his basic bitch breakfast fucking took off and got 100,000 views.
Right.
Like there was no rhyme or reason as to why that happened. So I think the struggle is going to be coming up with something new and being at the forefront of that market. Kind of like how sous vide everything. I think they've jumped into something once the sous vide became economical for the average Tom, Dick, and Harry, that their videos and them doing that kind of pushed them out there. You know, but if you're, unless you're doing some weird shit like Amazon Kitchen or whatever, where they're in the woods fucking whacking up shit with a fucking knife that gonna cut somebody's hand off. No offense, Meathead, if you're still watching. It's hard to fucking break ground there.
Right. So you don't think there's one contraption, one gadget, whatever, that is the next big thing?
No, I think the next big thing is probably going to be some girl who's willing to cook in a bikini.
Wasn't that Crotch Ranch?
Yeah, but they don't do themselves any justice in the way that they do things.
I agree. Well, Mrs. CJ keeps volunteering to be on the channel in a bikini top, but I'm fairly jealous type person, so I'm not real cool with that.
Yeah, but tell her I thank her for that private message.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
I mean, it's like that girl, the FishNGrill. I don't know what her name is.
Oh, Vicky Stark, the one I sent you. Yeah.
I don't know much about fishing, but I have to assume that she's not the most knowledgeable fisher person.
I don't know.
But she gets a lot of views because she's willing to put her things out there.
Well, you know, it's funny. Hey, tell me something though, dude. Okay, so for those in the chat that don't know, I stumbled upon a fishing video of a woman in a skimpy bikini as the thumbnail. So me being the red-blooded American guy I am, I went to check on the bikini chick because she looked freaking hot, right? But I started watching the video, and it was relatively entertaining over and above the boobies hanging out, right? It was, tell me if I'm right. It was a good made video. She's actually pulling up fish. You know, it felt like it was pretty interesting to watch. So the thumbnail got us there, and they all have 100,000 subscribers. They're obviously doing something right. So.
All right, let me go back to something here.
Okay.
Mel Simple Meals.
Says, what channel is that? Asking for a friend. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's Vicky Stark. Fishing, I think. I don't know.
Mel Simple Meals says, sadly, I feel like we will have to evolve with other platforms like Instagram and for people to watch YouTube. Instagram is where the money is if people want to make big money. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I think she's right. You can't get monetized basically off of videos. The IGTV was supposed to be the next big thing for them in the YouTube competition. But I started doing a couple IGTV videos just because I wanted to be on the ground floor of it. But nothing has happened with it. There's no talk of monetization anymore. I think they've kind of backed off the platform, and it's a pain in the ass to do. So what she followed up with later is it's not so much, it's not getting money from Instagram to do your stuff. It's making money off of advertisers or product placement or
product advertising. Yeah,
product advertising. Just the same, shit we try to do on the videos. I put Amazon links for whatever I'm cooking on because I'd love to get the 5% commission off of the Amazon, so it's kind of the same thing, I would think. That probably would have been a pretty good question for Jared at Barbecues and Bottles because he has the 400,000 subscribers. I'm sure there's a way that, you know, he's compensated by doing what he does. But again, he was saying that he donates his compensation on these things, which is awesome. He has he's not dependent on that money. So that's awesome for him. So
yeah.
Go ahead, kid.
No, that's all I had.
Okay. Hobo, do you want to finish what your thought was on the next big thing?
I started eating potato chips and forgot where we were at.
All right. Next big gadget thing on YouTube.
I don't think anybody knows. It's going to be a crapshoot.
Yeah. Well, I'm banking on
probably going to get propelled by somebody that's a lot bigger than anybody here in the chat.
Say that one more time.
I said it's probably going to get propelled by somebody a lot bigger than anybody here in the chat.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, I think, and I'm not, I'm going to say it like this because I think the person that I'm going to say it to is willing to understand what I'm saying. I think if Ballistic Barbecue, which I know he wouldn't do, but I'm just using the name, said tomorrow that you need to buy the brand new doohickey thing,
right,
that it would get popular because everybody and their brother would go out and buy said doohickey because he got 100,000 views on it, and it would become the next big doohickey.
Scotty, you got an opinion on this, buddy?
Nope.
Fair enough. All right, Red Mexican, go ahead and jump in, dude. I want to hear your thoughts on the next big thing because you're pretty ingrained on your Blackstone. What do you think is the next big thing? So you got the link. Go ahead and click on it and jump in. Guys,
I'm telling you what Jay's going to say. Jay's going to come up with a way to integrate the Carson Radizio with the Blackstone.
Yeah, I like it.
But it's going to be horizontally instead of vertically. So it's going to be like 5 rotisseries going side by side instead of 3 and 2 stacked over a kettle. And that's what that goofy fucker will come up with.
Nice. Well, Tom Horsman said like the SNS. I mean, yeah, it's what's the next big thing? Like, I got a Ninja Foodie. I'm going to drop a video for it on Sunday. I'm going to do probably 3 or 4 more videos before like Christmas on it because I'm banking on that it'll be the next big thing, and I can get some Amazon credit off of it or whatever. So,
well, I'll put my thumbs down.
What? I can't wait till you
my
get
thumbs down on that.
Oh, fuck, dude.
You haven't got enough thumbs downs lately, so I thought I'd just throw that out there.
Dude, 8 for the David Parrish interview. I knew I was gonna get a handful, but that's a handful. That's big time right there, dude.
I even turned my original thumbs down that I gave you at the beginning of every hot seat up before I left.
I noticed. I was like, damn. I mean, I know where it came from, but that was hard. He is definitely a polarizing figure in this community. So
maybe because I'm drunk and I don't give a shit is I feel like you probably had the one opportunity to have the ability to ask him the questions that I'm not saying Meathead's questions were right or wrong because I didn't watch it, don't know.
Right.
There's a part of me that feels like that was a lost opportunity.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people feel that way, but for me, and we've had this conversation a ton of times, I don't care.
I know you don't care, but there's a lot of people who
I don't care. I disagree a little bit on this, Chris, because the people that like it fucking like it, and the people that don't like it really don't fucking like it. There's no more need to debate the fucking thing.
It's not a debate thing. There's some basic scientific shit that's not answered.
Okay, but those weren't the questions that were being presented.
I don't disagree with you. I had sent Kent some questions beforehand that I think were fair, honest questions that were not weighted on any bullshit.
Right.
That was kind of like, well, that's not what we're doing here. And that's why I left, because I'm like, you know what?
Wait, Chris, where did you send me them questions on?
Facebook Messenger.
I got questions, and so did CJ. We got the same set of questions. I didn't receive any questions from you, Chris.
I get, maybe you didn't. That's fine. There's, so you can look at it this way. I've done my own use on the thing. I've got my opinions.
Right.
You've got Meathead did his test, which I don't necessarily agree with the way that he did the testing, but I don't think he's necessarily wrong. I think the way that the video was portrayed doesn't give the right way of doing the test, but I think the results are somewhat believable. And then you have the other guy, I can't think of his name, that was on a couple weeks ago, did the test that was opposite of what Dave and Ballistic Barbecue's question was, or Maniac's video was.
Griller.
So I believe the question I sent to Kent was, does Dave feel like things atmospherically, like the humidity, temperature during the test, etc., had any play into the results that one would get, whether it was him and Babyback Maniac's video or the other two guys that had different results?
That, to me, that would have been a fine question. Okay.
Chris, CJ, excuse me, Chris, I have to apologize. I did get that question. I was at work when I saw it, and I totally forgot about it. So please accept my apology for that, because that is a no. You're my buddy. You know, I dropped the ball on that. I am sorry, because that is a perfectly good, honest question.
Right.
And yeah,
to me,
with work.
To me, that would have been valid.
Let me jump in here.
Valid question when we were talking about how he developed some stuff or how he came up with the ideas of stuff. That would have been fine. Okay, so
here's my problem, and I'm probably gonna piss. I know I'm gonna piss Christy off. Her question or comment is, it's old news, and you're not gonna change anyone's opinion. I don't need any experiments. I just know it works. I don't know how to wrap my head around that. Like, you're not telling me it works because this does this, this, and this. You're just telling me it works. There's a million people on YouTube that says this is the greatest product and you need to go buy it.
All right.
Give me a reason to go buy it. That's what I don't get about the fucking slow and sear thing, is that there's never any, here's why it works. And you cannot argue with me why it works, because I can prove to you that this does X, Y, and Z, and it fucking works.
Right.
That's always been my issue with the product, is Dave never answers the questions. He either says you're doing it wrong, or you don't understand, you need to buy it and that's the only way you'll understand it. That's always been my beef. Him and Justin sent me one.
My real daughter, but she calls me daddy.
It doesn't.
That's your daddy, son.
Does it make it more convenient? One can argue that, but I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, is you, and we've talked about this a billion times, just you and I. You're an outlier. You want to know the whys, ifs, and whats about everything.
I don't know how anybody doesn't want to know that. And maybe I'm fucked up in the head. So
you are a little, come on. We all know you're a little fucked up, all right? But we want to, it's a cool object. It's a cool thing. It's an accessory. I want to lift my truck because I can. Do I need to spend fucking $5,000 to lift my truck? No, but I did. You know?
So I'm going to use your example. So when I was in the off-roading community, people would always laugh at people with Jeeps that they called them mall crawlers because they were lifted with an 8-inch lift on a Jeep that had basically 30-inch tires. They were top heavy. From a actual use standpoint, you're doing it completely wrong, because now the Jeep is top heavy. You don't need that much lift. It's just to look cool.
Right.
The people who actually go off-roading are more worried about their center of gravity. It's all this scientific bullshit, blah, 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 blah. That's where I look at this from that standpoint of, is this helping me make a better product on my food, or is it look cool and I'm the guy that's got X, Y, and Z? You know what I mean? And I'm not picking on you for lifting your truck, because that's I don't give a shit thing, but
no, I just like a high truck, and I like it. I go off-roading, I do camping, but I don't go balls out off-roading. Like Kent, I muted you because we could hear your background shit. Just unmute yourself. Okay.
Getting domestically abused over there.
Yeah, it sounded like he was getting fired up. Anyway, yeah, but I like shiny objects too. You know, I like having. So that's the whole thing about it, and it just comes back to your question would have been a valid question with the scope of what we were talking about, but I really didn't want it to become a whole fucking us against them bullshit with or an infomercial on the Sonosphere. I feel like he's part of the community one way or another, and I'm going to treat him like any other guest we have come on. I'm going to ask him our same handful of questions that you developed and I took over, and then I'm going to come with some other questions that pertain to what he does. But other than that, I wasn't going to make it a big deal, and that's why I said the hot seat name of this live stream is a misnomer. It's not a hot seat. It's a very lukewarm seat. We sit here, we want to bullshit, we want to get to know people, and that's it. And I feel like there was enough people. We had 80 some odd people show up and more or less stick around for the whole thing, whether I was asking hardball questions that Kris wanted me to ask or not. It just, he's part of the group, or not part of the group, but part of the community or whatever. And I wanted to have him on because I think he was giving away a shiny object. So I thought that would be a great idea. And I asked him if he would. He didn't say, hey, let me come on and I'll give away my product. I asked him to come on, and I asked him to do a giveaway if he would. I said, you could give away a hat if you want. I don't care, but I like to give away shit if I can. If I have someone that owns a company or does the spice rubs or whatever, and they come on, I want them to give away a package. I think it's cool. So to me, that's the way I was kind of going with that thing. The whole interview process of it. I didn't want to make it a thing. I don't know. I didn't want to make it drama. I didn't want to make it a big fight because I felt like that had already been done. Everybody's done their videos and had their hate or their beef, or they love it or whatever. Christy did her rah-rah video on it, and we all watched it, and we all supported it, and she liked it, and that was fine. Your video, I watched your video, Kris, and I didn't see any hate in it. Like it was. If you look at your thumbnail, like that's all I got out of it. It didn't deter me from wanting it. It didn't get me to want it more. It was just you did.
So it's funny because I lost about 20 to 30 subscribers of people who are YouTube content creators from that video.
And I'm sure you got a lot of them back though.
I'm fine with that. I want to wrap this up with one last point, and that just because
I'm getting the last word, motherfucker. No, go ahead.
No, from my standpoint, Christy made a comment. If you bash one accessory and buy others, I can't take that conversation seriously. Go back through every video I've ever made and show me one accessory that I've told everybody, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Right.
Way to look at them.
I don't think I've sold one product on my channel or pushed one product and said, you need to go buy this.
I got one. Point. You did fucking skewers for your 5-cent fix or whatever.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Are you fucking kidding me?
To go buy.
You sold many skewers off of that.
God.
I mean, that's my thing is I don't understand how people got pissed off at me from the video, because I heard everything from, oh, you know what? Kris is actually working with Ballistic Barbecue and trying to get people to not buy the dripping griddle and buy Greg's ballistic griddle. Like, what the fuck does that? Really?
I don't know, man. I think that this is kind of what I told Meathead a little bit when we were kind of going back and forth. This to me is playtime. It's fantasy time. This isn't my life. Like, my life is my kids, my work, wife, family. That's my shit, right? It was fucking YouTube. Is if you say something bad about me, Kris, if that's the worst thing I have to fucking deal with in my day, I'm doing all right, right? If you don't like something I said, and that's the worst part of my day, I'm doing well. So that's just kind of how I figure on YouTube. There's nothing real to me about this. You know, it doesn't make sense to me. You know, I don't know. I've told people that before, that if you're having a bad day on YouTube, fuck, dude, you're doing all right. So, I mean, is that right or wrong? What do you think?
I'm not angry about it. I can't wrap my head around everything that went on from that video that came out Christmas Eve to anything beyond that.
Right. Well, I think for you, in the slow answer thing in your video and all that, oh fuck, Yoakum just put your face is extra red tonight, bro. All right,
ready to be Santa Claus in a month,
dude. It has okay. My face being red tonight has to do with a couple of things. So let me digress a moment. I have been running around like crazy today. I've made turkey. I've made a ham. I've done every side dish. I've been hustling, right? And then I had some whiskey and a cigar out back to try to calm down and bring some flushness back to my face. And then I get onto this and I have to talk and I feel like I got to get my words out, and I'm still drinking. So I'm going to be red for the rest of the night. That's basically what I have to say. So, it is what it is. We're not. I don't know. I forgot when I digressed. I forgot where I was going before that. So you lost me on it. Christy, you know what? When you come on in a couple of weeks, we'll chat about it a little bit. Red, you're red. That's right. Yoakum is cool, man. I ain't worried about it. Fuck, I forgot. Dude, I hate it when I lose my train of thought. I got sidetracked on something, and it's.
I think 1984 barbecue makes a good point, and I'm gonna.
What do you say?
That I think I like this because you guys are just being honest and giving your different opinions. I don't.
Right, and that's fair. I mean, that's. I mean, haven't you said it in the past that, like, if you don't like it, don't watch it or don't subscribe or whatever. Like, the end of your videos is always like, subscribe or not, don't care, whatever. You know, knock yourself out.
Where did you find that?
Guys, I think you're gonna get. I think you're gonna get, at least out of myself, and I know Kris, you're the same way. Scotty, you've been pretty honest through the time I've known you, that you're gonna get who we are. You know, you're gonna have. We're gonna have disagreements. You know, we're not always gonna be on the same page. Meathead even said, "Brothers fight," you know, and they get over it and they work it out, and that's right. So, Hobo is not the bad guy. All right, so everybody,
so you got to understand, and I don't want to speak for Ken,
right?
I think Ken and I are a lot alike. Ken is the same guy like me of wanting to understand the X, Y, and Z down to,
right.
I'm not going to call it the nerd level, but I don't know what else to call it. Going back to what you're saying is, I personally feel like there is a unwritten rule on YouTube of don't say something bad about something, just only make videos that are being positive about stuff, whether it's monetary or whatever. And people like me who are willing to step out of the box and say, this is not right, or I don't agree with this, don't get looked at as well for being able to say it. But there's also the other side of the viewership world that will sit there and say, I'll simplify this very easily. There's a lot of people said Kris only made a so-and-so video to get views. I had fucking 300 subscribers. Like that wasn't real. Even if I could have concocted that plan, that wouldn't even have been a realistic thing. And then when Meathead made his videos, it was, he's only doing this to get views. No, I think Meathead just said, I don't agree with this, and I'm going to make a video. The problem people look at it that way is they sit there and go, well, the only reason somebody would make a negative video would be to try to get views because there's 100 other people who have said this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And this really doesn't have anything to do with the slows here. We could take this to anything from Pringles chips.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I hear that.
I mean, I think
you're right about the unwritten rule of it. You know, I feel like any product I do an unboxing on, I feel like I gotta be nice, for lack of a better word.
But why?
I have no good answer for that. I feel like I have a product here, and I want to, I want to be nice, and it's about having people like you and want to give you positive feedback. I guess I'm trying to wrap my head around it, I guess, and come up with a coherent answer for you. But fuck, I don't know.
I mean, like,
I haven't thought about it, basically.
Let me break it down this way, and I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for anybody that's still in the chat.
Right.
I've sent you messages before, after a video, and given you what I'm trying to help you with.
Right.
You just got this, and I think this could help you with. And I know sometimes I'm not the most what's the right word? Where you're
nice.
Nice.
Politically correct.
As anything, I think couth is the right word. But I'm not telling you it to be a dick. I'm telling you it because I want you to be successful.
Right. And I've taken that to heart on a couple of things. So it's right. But
I think somebody up above made a comment and said, this is just Hobo being Hobo. If you know the guy, that's just the way he is, or it's nothing new.
Right.
And I think that's probably true. Like, I think you guys all know me. Like, I'm willing to say whatever is on my mind, and I know that you guys are going to take it in the context that it is, and understand I'm not trying to be a fucking dickhead to you. I'm just saying, like, I don't agree with you, and if you don't agree with me, eventually we'll get to the point where that's fine, and if you do agree with me, then great.
Right on. All right, hold on real quick. Scott, are you taking off, brother?
Yeah, I got to bounce out, boys.
You sure?
Good. Thanks for having me on, Callie.
All right, man. We'll see you in the next video, brother.
Yeah, thanks again. Bye to everybody in the chat. Carry on the conversation. You guys take care and be awesome to each other. Later.
Hey, good. Hey, Scott, nice to see you again finally.
Love you, buddy.
Cheers, brother. Be careful out there. All right, so let's see. Hobo is Hobo being. Yeah, you know what? It's just you being. It's not. I don't say it's you being you. It's your personality. You're gonna say what you think and do what you want to do. And I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know. I don't really have a problem with it. Keith said, I met Hobo. I know he's a dickhead. Welcome to my house anytime.
I approved that comment just for the record.
Oh, I thought I did. So anyway, all right, guys. I invited Jay to jump on, give his 2 cents on life. How you doing, Jay? LeprakonTV. Way to step up, jump in there. All right, so we cooking with Corey. He's in there, right on.
Who did you say is in there, CJ?
Wepa.
Cooking with Corey. Have some spam ready to go tomorrow afternoon, brother, about 4 o'clock.
Guys,
we're going to video by 6.
Hey, Kent, run the show. I need to get some ice.
Hey, go pee. It's okay. We're used to it with Hobo. Cooking with Corey. Hey, shut up, Jay. It's not your time yet. Cooking with Corey, I prefer to see my debt videos made with the bacon flavored spam that you get from Walmart. That's really good shit. So them bug eaters, you ain't gonna win in Iowa City, brother.
All right.
So, hey, I'm not done yet. You told me to run the show. I'm not done yet.
I said while I was gone.
You write down questions. Write down questions.
I'd like to ask you.
So get that spam ready, Corey. Yeah, I hear you, brother. So hey, it's all. Yeah, I said a thing to Dan today about little joke, a little girl sitting at Santa and saying, "What do you want for Christmas?" She goes, "A unicorn." Santa says, "Get real. What do you want?" She goes, "I want Nebraska to win in Iowa City on Black and Gold Friday." He goes, "No, really. What color unicorn do you want?" So,
TJ has mute as a hotkey. I don't know what that means.
Hey, CJ. Tom Horseman said bacon flavored spam.
Stop it.
You guys can suck it. Bacon flavored spam, buddy.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I have no problem with the bacon flavored spam. It is good shit on a flat top, cast iron, little oil, crisp it up, throw it with an egg on a bun with a little cheese. It's shit. It's awesome.
I've never tried it. I just had it on top of the refrigerator when I was taking my pee break. I could hear you guys talking about it. I'm like, yep, I got to go grab that.
Hey, Brad, I tell you what, we're going to redo your hot seat, and that motherfucker going to be in the background. I'm going to ask you the questions.
All right. Ken, I'll let you take over 1 week. It's fine. Holy crap.
Well, I am. You have no choice on the matter.
I have no choice. Check.
Red said it, so it's gold.
Red said, thus it will happen. All right. So
Adam,
bacon.
Black Friday is fucking bacon.
Right.
Hold on, I gotta talk to Adam real quick. Adam Yoakum, 294. I tell you what. Go get you some, go to Walmart, find the spam, get the bacon flavored, cut it 1/4 inch, fry it in a little oil, open with the, no, Tom, I'm not lit up. Put on with a little oil, fry it up, put it on an egg sandwich with cheese. You'll love it. That's all I got to say.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna
aisle 6, Hobo. You're off by 2.
Yeah, but in Ohio we have more aisles.
No, you don't.
No, we really do.
No, you don't.
Oh, I forgot. You guys have one Walmart for the entire state.
I love that Nigel's singing a song. Don't you wish your boyfriend was hot like Lep? Don't you?
Yeah, well, he put that in earlier and you missed it too.
I guess so. All right, so hey, hot boy. Let's see. Eddie, thanks a lot. That's a great comment, dude. I appreciate it. Jay, what is your thoughts on the future of YouTube? Like, what's the next big thing for you? Are you going to do a rotisserie on the Blackstone?
I got a couple things that's probably going to be controversial to the barbecue community with me doing some things on my Blackstone. I've been in contact with Kris Meat Cranium, Kirby, and we're trying to figure out something how to do a brisket on the Blackstone.
I'll tell you what. Here's what you need to do, Lep. Get yourself a big hotel pan, like the 6-inch deep. Because if you're gonna do a brisket, this been going on for a couple weeks. You're gonna need a dome. You're gonna need a dome to cover that son of a bitch.
I have my Kingsford water smoker lid that actually has a temperature gauge on it. So right now, what I'm doing is testing if I can control a certain temp for a long period.
You need a big stainless steel lid to cover that whole brisket.
Just say yes, Lep. Just say
okay. Yes. somebody suggested the roaster pan too lid.
Yeah,
you know, the black
same
roaster
thing.
pan. Yeah,
the same thing, because you're gonna have to cover that on a Blackstone to get it done.
Right.
Otherwise, all you're gonna be doing is cooking the outside. The middle is gonna be totally raw.
Well, I'm gonna sear it real quick, all the sides, sear it, and then set it off. And hopefully, searing it will take some of the cook time down, so it won't be a long cook.
Did you read Christy's comment?
No, I was I was reading Christy's comment.
Okay, I got you, Christy. I don't like that can't poop stuff, anyways. But yeah, I'm trying to read it. I can't keep up with it. It's going pretty fast. But
Rob said you're going to Sears. Leprechaun's going to Sears.
Sears closed by us. But you know, I have to figure some things out first, and hopefully soon it'll happen. Also want to do a corned beef. I'm gonna try to perfect the spinning grate on my Blackstone. So
yeah.
Hey, Keith just said 33 still here. So we've seriously been on just a hair less than 2 hours and had 30 people on the whole time. So, hey, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. This is a good time. You know what? Real quick, okay, hold on. Jim EQ said, going back to the future of YouTube and YouTube cooking and stuff like that. He mentioned that these type of roundtables are good for it or whatever, and I think you're right. I don't know that we're gonna do this often, and I know that like other channels do it. Like AB has a drizzle effect. They kind of talk about how to do things and grow their channel and whatever new thing for YouTube's going on. But I like having these roundtables and not always agreeing on things or whatever, and having a real discussion about things. And Tom, you going out. Tom Horsman's saying good night. So good night. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night, Tom.
Eddie, buddy, I can't pronounce your last name, said this is my full-time gig. He wants to know how people make money. The guy who has 1.5 or 1.2 million subscribers is making cash. That is his full-time gig. For any of us or anybody in the chat, this is not a full-time gig. I have a real job that I work for a mortgage company. Hobo, Lep, and Kent all have real jobs too. It's just, we do this for fun, for creativity. Someday, hopefully, we'll make a couple pennies off of it. But no, we're not in this for the money.
Hey,
we're in this, or Rob D will say he's in it for the bitches. So
Eddie Makazinski was asking you if this is your full-time gig.
Well, good job. You can read his last name. I just said Eddie. All right.
No, I'm just saying. He says, I wonder how much certain people make. I love deer meat for dinner with 1.2 million subs.
Not as much.
As normal human.
Blade.com and you can see what they make.
Exactly.
Socialblade.com, Eddie.
While you're on the internet, I'm going to put my link to my new channel. Go ahead and check that out, Eddie.
Eddie, subscribe to Hobo's new channel.
And you can see that he's going to make 5 cents to a quarter within the next month.
I won't make shit in the next month.
Well, they'll say you will, but you won't until you hit that 1,000 mark. So
I see Bill from Chicken Fried Barbecue's in there. I thought he was on a cruise, but I'm glad you could tune in. That's very cool. I'm just saying, what do you think someone with 1.2 million subscribers as a normal person is making a month? Hobo, I would think he's probably making 5 figures a month. Is that about right?
Let me go find somebody that's got that. I'll come back to you.
Okay. I think it's probably a solid 5 figures. I could be wrong. Hey, Hobo, Red brought up a good question. Are you going to sub these people back? Like, you know, if we're going to sub to you, we want to sub for sub, damn it.
So Peter McKinnon, who's a photographer, has a 2.7 million subscribers, and he is making somewhere between $23,000 and $373,000. Everything I've ever seen says go somewhere in the middle. So call it $180,000 ish.
Yeah, so he's making a fair wage. Let's see.
Go fuck
Mel Simple Meal.
Red.
What's wrong?
Oh, Red said go fuck Peter.
Oh wow. Mel said before all the new changes to YouTube, she thought she heard 1,000 views would equal $100. I had actually heard 1,000 views is more equal to like $1. So I don't know if that's more accurate or not. This is my first month being monetized. I just this week got the ads put on. So
if you look at your analytics, you can see what your CPM is per video. So I think in the cooking world, we are actually in a better place for the ads that are going to be put against our videos, have a little bit higher CPM than other niches.
Right. Well, I'm looking at my dashboard app, the YouTube thing. My estimated revenue for this week is $62, but I also had $70 in super chats from Tuesday, so I assume that has a lot to do with it.
Hey, not all that super chat was yours.
You know what? Your Christmas bonus is going in the fucking trash if you don't shut your mouth.
Plus, you lose 25% of that super chat to YouTube.
That's why I didn't know what the percentage that they get. So that to me makes sense. If I had $70 worth and I've made a little bit on videos, so that's it.
That's where Josh and Babe probably do it better. I don't know what the percentage is from whatever that fucked up thing that they use that you got to log into and give them your credit card information. But I assume that
the OBS Streamlab,
right.
yeah.
That or Patreon. I think you get a better percentage than what YouTube gives you.
Yeah, you do. I've thought about getting the OBS too. It's just I've talked to people about it, and for me, and thank you, Eddie. That's a very dope comment right there, man. We'll definitely keep it going. It's easier for me to send people to just download the Google Hangout app and just jump on that way and then try to get them on OBS and the whole bit. So I'm going to have to think about that. World Supporter is here for a minute and has to jet. So, hey, they should stop by, World Supporter. Yeah, it is pretty messed up that they get 25%. I agree, Scooter, too cool.
I don't know that you got to use OBS to do what Josh and Babe do.
I think it's Streamlabs, and that's OBS. I thought. I could be wrong.
The two have to be tied together or not.
I don't know. We'll find out. I'll talk to him about it. Miss CJ's in the chat. She says hi from Target. I hope you're not beating up old women to get anything. I do need a webcam, so feel free to go to the electronics section.
Hey, Mrs. CJ, tweet me before you buy some shitty random webcam, because he's going to be disappointed if you just buy what you think you want to buy.
Go ahead.
Here's my two talk, Kent. You know how this works.
I said, here's my 2-week notice, but hi, Melise.
You don't want to quit before you get your Christmas bonus, do you? Melise just bought it this morning.
Wait, let me do the hobo thing. Do I need it?
Yeah, you do. She says hi.
That was a good impersonation there, right there.
Hey, we got Postal Barbecue. Jabin's in the house. How you doing, brother? Welcome.
What's up, Jabin?
Jabin Postal's here from Postal Barbecue.
That's cool.
So, Jabin, I was actually talking to you about you to Dave Parrish. I actually had kind of ran across your channel before I even really got started with this YouTube thing off of Think Media or Video Influencers, that guy Sean. I don't know if you had reached out to him or worked with him or whatever. He said something about your channel and how you were growing or whatever. So that was pretty interesting. So I thought it was funny that you're a part of this community. So we'll definitely talk about that when I can get you on the hot seat for sure. So Kent, did you see Melise said hi?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Be nice.
When is Jabin scheduled to be on?
I think we're still working out the logistics of that. Who knows? Keith Bettag, tops tonight was 39. Right on. You have a good night, brother. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a beer or two for us tomorrow, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Hey,
good night, Keith.
Later, Keith.
Bottle Cap asked, "What's the worst mistake a guest on the hot seat can make?"
Fuck, I don't know.
One word answer.
Yeah, one word answers for sure.
I will third that.
Yeah, there was a guest who will rename. Oh, good night, Corey. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for stopping by. There was a guest
Corey,
that we're not going to mention, but it was early in my hot seat career that was giving me one word answers, and that was the week Hobo decided to step away from the chat and anything and be like, "Fly, Eagle, fly." So I had to work on that on my own and jump in the deep end and just figure it out. So I'm better for it. Thanks, Chris. Christy, I don't think there's any way in hell you can give 2-word answers. I get the feeling that you will have a lot to say and a lot to speak about. And if Lloyd is nowhere near your phone, you better go get him because I want him on there. Let's see.
If Christy gives a 2-word answer, that means 2 paragraphs.
Nice.
Women don't speak in 2 words unless it's F you. Okay? So, anything after that is 2 paragraphs. So I don't want to hear about it.
Nice. Everybody loves Lloyd, Jim. Lloyd. I told Christy early in this whole thing. I was watching one of their videos and Lloyd came on, did his taste test. I'm like, fuck, dude, Lloyd is my spirit animal. I want to know him. I want to hang out with him. I want to drink Coors Lights with him, even though I don't really drink Coors Light, but I would do it.
What's wrong with Coors Light?
It's
the only beer I drink.
It's
nothing if you're a chick.
It's not my favorite. It's not something I hate. I wouldn't normally get to that. So, CJ, I need a playlist. I have a live stream playlist. I think that's pretty damn close. So that's it. Maybe I'll work on changing the name of it. So thanks, Scotty.
So I will say this is when I had Chef Lorius on when I did the hot seat at the. So understand this: when you do the hot seat, there's about, I don't know how CJ does it, but I would have the guests come on about 15 minutes early.
Yeah, I do the same.
You kind of bullshit, get comfortable with each other, however you want to look at it.
Yep.
She told me, she said, "How do you want me to answer questions?" And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" She says, "Well, I talk a lot, and I don't want you to feel like I'm talking too much." And I'm like, "No, you talk as much as you like.
Yep.
If I have to only talk 12 times this entire show, that will make my job a whole lot easier."
Yep, I'm with you. And I basically, Chris, I took my cues for how I run things basically from how we started. And I'm the same way. I tell the guests, and Kent's in there with me. We both chat with the guests a little bit before. And I'm like, you talk. Say as much as you want. Go off for days. I don't care. I want to hear what you have to say.
I mean, that's the thing. People are here for Bob, Poughkeepsie. They're not here for CJ and Kent, or when it was me and Scott.
Right. Go ahead, kid. You got your finger up.
Just for one clarification, CJ says what he wants, and Kent tells him what to do if something wonky happens. Just saying.
Whatever. Oh, God.
Later, Nigel.
Nigel saying goodnight.
As the night goes
Nigel, the greatest supporter in YouTube. Good night, brother.
Seriously, man. I've never seen someone so great.
I'm live.
Nigel's my hero. Mel's Simple Meals. Hey, Mel's Simple Meals. I've been meaning to reach out to you too. If you would come on, that would be awesome. We have way too many guys that come on this chat, and I think we need more female representation, like Christy and Diane and all of them. So email me and let's see if we can figure that out. I know, Jay, Leprechaun.
Hold on. Yeah.
You're being really quiet for you. You okay over there?
I'm more stuffed than drunk.
That's what she said.
Oh,
CJ, why you gotta spoil a good thing? Leprechaun's being quiet. Why you gotta spoil a good thing?
Hold on, I got a surprise. Hold on.
all right.
Is he gonna
It
wear
better
his-
be Uncle Ted.
Hey, you keep your clothes on. Oh, look at you.
Hey, man.
How you doing? Look at that.
They can hear you. Say hi.
Nigel said we're all drunk.
Okay, I got a question. Did you lose that you're with that fucking thing? Leprechaun? Did you lose a bet?
Did you lose a bet? No, she did not lose a bet.
Hey, Kent, she won a bet.
Yeah, she won a bet. Exactly. Right, Hobo.
Dude, all I know is Jay's putting it down like a G to get someone that good looking to hang out with him.
See?
Yeah, he's
He
you know, I
know he's.
I don't know the right way to. I don't know the right way to say it without offending the lady, but obviously he's paying for something because he's way too ugly to be with a good-looking lady like that. So she lost the bet, is what I'm saying.
All right. Okay. Before we go back on Jay, we actually have a real question. If you were to force to eat only one fast food restaurant every day for the rest of your life, where would it be?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
I think Taco Bell's a good one. You got at least some options. What about you, Hobo? You a fast food guy?
Ask Ken, because this one intrigues me. Plus, Christy's comment up there has got me fucked up in the brain.
He's
I'm gonna say Hey, as far as the fast food thing, the reason they bought Taco Bell because the red Mexican does not know how to cook Mexican food.
Ooh, yeah. Hey, you know what? I want to I want to say my answer. Kris at Bottle Cap Barbecue said Jack in the Box or Jack in the Crack. I'm with you on that. You know what? They have so many different things. And Rob D, I'm a SoCal boy. I love In-N-Out, but I even think I get tired of eating the same burger every day for life. Jack in the Box has way too much shit. So I'm with you on that. I
like In-N-Out also, but so does Mrs. Dutch. She likes that In-N-Out.
Oh yeah, baby.
We don't have that.
Just but we don't have them in the Midwest.
No.
Or Jack in the Box.
So hey,
we got White Castle though.
White Castle.
No, we don't. We got fucking McDonald's and Kirby and Hardee's.
Wendy's is a good one too. They have options.
Yeah.
Jabin said Subway because he could have a sandwich or a salad. Yeah, I don't eat salad. I don't know if you could tell. I'm not a big fan.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh. Chef said Taco Bell is not Mexican. Fair enough. Leprechaun, what is your lady's name?
This is Lisa.
Lisa. Oh, there you go. Hi, Lisa. It's great to finally meet you.
Thank you.
You know, we give your boy hell.
I know you do. So do I.
Lisa, do you have a YouTube channel so we can like support you and not him?
No, but I can start one if you'd like.
Well, what we want to know is if you have a YouTube.
I got 4 YouTube channels. I'll be yours, and Jay only gets 1.
Oh my God.
If you have a YouTube log on, are you subscribed to all of us? That's what we want to know.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. Are you subscribed to me? Are you subscribed to me?
Yes.
Are you sure? How come you don't comment on my videos?
You don't like them.
Do you like, subscribe, and share? Do you comment below? I'm so tired of that freaking way of saying shit.
Hey, hold on. Let me give the
thumbs up.
Like and subscribe.
It's in it. You know, if you're new here, subscribe. If you're part of the CJ's crew, you know I love you.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Now I sound like Josh. When we met them in Vegas for a day, and God, all I heard was like and subscribe all day long. It was fucking awesome. Let's see here. I thought
you on the hot seat.
What? Who said that?
Tom wants her on. Tom wants her on the hot seat.
Oh, Lisa, are you down? We already got Leprechaun on there. Did she go? She's not there?
She's on the other side of the table.
All right.
She's on the hot seat because we want some dirt.
You said hot seat. She thought you said hot flash. She ran.
Oh no. We want her on there to get some dirt on the old red Mexican who doesn't know how to cook Hispanic food.
You could ask her.
Char Griller said, "What? You don't love me for real?"
It is edible.
Char Griller, I love you specifically, but others, not so much.
Chalupa.
Hey, CJ, I don't have an answer to the one fast food thing, but I seen somebody made a comment that they've got a Crystal. I think it was Suburban Barbecue, that they've got a Crystals, but not a White Castle. I feel like I'm one of very few people in one day have had White Castles and Crystals in the same, call it 8-hour period.
Oh, really? I've never heard of Crystals before.
Crystals is like literally the same thing as White Castle, but it's like a southern version of it.
All right. Jabin, I'll be in touch. Or I put my email in the link. Email me if you can. Or Facebook, Messenger, whatever. I definitely want to chat with you and see if we can get you on. Gabe had a lot of nice things to say about you. So it'd be great to have you on. And I know you have a pretty decent community that follows you and would like to see you on here too. So we'll definitely talk.
I'm on my way.
You're on your way for what?
Chef's gonna give me some Mexican cooking lessons.
Right. Okay, so hey, Rod D, you know Rod, obviously you follow his stuff too. Is he Cuban, Puerto Rican, Mexican? What is his role? Like he does a lot of cooking on his stuff too.
He is Mexican.
Mexican. Okay, cool.
No, he's Hispanic.
He's Hispanic. No, come on. I think it's not racist to ask like where you're from. I mean, you don't have to lump them all together.
Hispanic is Hispanic. You don't have to go by the country.
Oh my gosh.
Am I the only one on here who doesn't see color?
Oh, shut up.
That's only because you're colorblind, Hobo.
Hobo, I see you as a Sonic guy, Sonic Drive-In. Do you guys have those out there?
We do, and I think Jimmy Q.
Think they suck.
I'm not a big fast food guy in general, but I think if you look at the variety of options, I think Sonic may be the most optional one of anything I can think of.
What in the entire fuck is that? Listen, come say hi to everybody with her new dog.
What?
Hold tight. Hey guys,
look, we
have a new dog.
I paid 73 cents for this dog.
Nice.
Goddamn good value.
For real. It's for one of the kids. Look how big it is.
So real quick before I lose this, Suburban Barbecue.
Someone screenshot that.
See how cute he
is? Hold on. Melise, put the dog around CJ again so I can screenshot that, please.
Okay.
That is going to be the new intro to the hot tape right there.
It's like humping him. I don't know what's going on.
You know we're live. Like this is straight on YouTube. This isn't a hangout afterwards. This is still live.
I mean,
hi.
I've never seen a dog hump a grizzly bear before. That's got to be a first.
It's huge. I know that's what she said, but still. Mel, you definitely have to come on the hot seat. If you got 73 cents for that thing is awesome.
The kid's gonna love it.
Did you get my webcam?
In case you didn't figure it out.
Hi, Jamin.
Fucking Christmas.
Say it one more time, dude. Chris, say that again.
I said, Kent, in case you didn't figure it out, you're getting a giant ass dog for Christmas.
That's your Christmas bonus, buddy.
It was 70%.
Costing more in shipping.
I got me a cuddle buddy.
It was really 70%. She's
really showing me the receipt that it's 73 cents.
I just feel bad for Kathy because she's going to get kicked out of the bed now.
That's true.
No. Me and the dog cuddle out in the garage.
Oh, nice.
On the
I got my week bit and my weekend bit.
Hey, can someone throw $1 super chat in there so we can cover the cost of the kids?
I'm pretty sure Nigel's 8 pounds equals like $1 American.
Hey, Nigel, we don't make the whip, all right? Grandma already left, so she took the whip with her.
Nice.
Where you going?
The Saints beat the Falcons, if anybody cares.
You Indian gift the whip?
Okay, so when Josh and Big came over, they gave us gifts. And one was a nice Nigel. There you go, baby. You put 2 pounds in there.
Yeah, but it's only for her to whip you.
Oh, you need to get the whip out and come whip me for $2.
It's the whip, not nay.
Said okay, yeah, good idea. I'll be right there. Oh my God.
Come and read.
What were we saying? I've lost total control.
You were talking about how Josh Babe bought you.
They gave us they had a bag, had a nice blanket in it, and then a nice bottle of wine, and then a flogging whip and some nipple clamps. I'm like, what an awesome Wedding gift. Thank you.
Hey, Mrs. CJ, I'll drop you $5 if you put the nipple clamps on CJ and clamp the motherfuckers down until he cries like a bitch.
Wow. I don't cry like a bitch. I cry like a man. And she's upstairs. She didn't hear that.
Wasted it.
Getting the whip right now.
But I still got my $5.
Oh my God. I'm not hip to nipple clamps. I'm not kidding. We'll take vice grips to his fucking nipple.
Hey, you might like it, CJ. You never know.
Hey, hey, you should try everything once, right? What's wrong now?
I think Ken said he'd like to try that on himself, is what I heard.
Yeah, no, that escalated quickly. Yes, it did. Oh,
Johnny's giving $2.
Johnny dropped $2 in the chat, but he didn't say what for. Hopefully it's just not the nipple clamp. I iced them nipples. Oh my God.
I think I've given Josh and Babe like over $100 to do stupid shit in the last 2 months.
What's that?
I said I think I've given Josh and Babe like $100 to do stupid shit in the last 2 months.
Yeah. Well, when we did that, thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it. 50 cents for each of us. Appreciate it. When we did that meetup here, Kirby was live, and he has a super chat, and he was getting people to donate whatever, and he'd jump off the wall into the pool outside, and then Paulie Q dropped $25 in there, so he would do the fucking Goonie shuffle thing or whatever, and he got up there and showed his belly and fucking danced, and then belly flopped in the thing. I was like, I'll do some shit for some money. I don't know if I do that on YouTube.
You gotta get
What's going on over there, Lep? You talking to your lady?
Well, I'm telling you what, for $20.
Comments, oh my God, they're freaking hilarious.
Nice.
Rob D, he asked if she showed me what's in the box, or and she goes, look up Saturday Night Live, Justin Timberlake.
Yep. Digging up the box. Dude, I knew that song by heart. Like, step 1, cut open the box. Step 2, you put your junk in that box. Step 3, you show her the box.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Don't give me. Hey, Lisa, if you don't know, I'm a big Justin Timberlake fan. So.
Hey, I forgot to mention that though on the hot seat that we just went to Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I remember. You showed us some pictures of that. It had to be a good time, right?
Oh,
it really was.
Yeah,
best show I've been to.
Yeah, I've watched I think he had an HBO special or whatever, and he seemed like he had a good time.
Yeah, it was a real good time, and he has these see-through projection screens, so no matter where you sit in any arena, like back in the day, you would be blocked by a screen. So now it's all see-through, and he does he's what was the name of his latest album, In the Woods or whatever?
Man in the Woods.
Man in the Woods. So it's doing like a forest. So it's like a forest scene. Oh, it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
All right. Jim from Suburban Barbecue has to go. Chef said, I love Bieber. I do not love Bieber. I'm not a fan of Justin Bieber.
It's got a Justin Bieber tramp stamp.
I have a Justin Timberlake tramp stamp. Weird. I think I got everything else out of there. Back when Saturday Night Live was funny. You know what, Christy, you're right. I've been watching, we're about the same age. I've been watching Saturday Night Live since the early 90s, and it's gotten better. I think that it was kind of up and down, and then, the 2010 era was pretty good, and then recently it's coming back, and it's been pretty funny. So I've been enjoying watching it, especially when plays Trump. I know Hobo loves that.
Rob D's killing me, man.
CJ doesn't like. I love Beaver. It's Bieber. I'm not fans of. See, that's why I'm getting red face. I don't know who was saying it earlier. Yoko. I talk without breathing so much that I was like, I gotta get my last words out. And then I turn red and drink heavily.
Then he takes a drink.
And then I take a breath. All right, Chef, I'll put the link in for you. Is anybody okay if Chef comes on?
Fuck him.
Fuck
Right after I commented, bring on Johnny.
Oh, man. You guys are... Chef, I'm looking you up. Hold tight, brother.
What's going on? Why did I lose on my
Talk
volume?
about yourselves.
See, I have a problem with this because if we bring Johnny on and break the record for the longest hot seat, he still has part of the longest hot seat.
Yeah, but we can asterisk it because there really wasn't an interviewee to come on.
There was interviewees.
So it's even better. Mel said she wants to come on. Mel, are you coming on? I'll send you the link.
Uh-oh. We're bringing one of them women folk on.
One of them women's.
Clean up your language.
Uh-oh.
Here comes Mrs. CJ with the whip.
Tighten up, fellas. Tighten up.
Hey, CJ, click on your own name on the bottom so it just focuses on you so that if Lep starts laughing or something, it doesn't take away from you getting your ass whipped by your wife.
She said she does not have the whip.
Where's the whip?
Johnny, hey, I'm going to give you the link, but if you're coming on, you got to turn off your background TV. I don't want to have to mute you when you come on.
Yeah, no chomping ice on there either.
Oh, okay. Mel said she wasn't trying to come on right now. Oh. Mel, email me real quick or hit me up on Facebook. CJ Volkman, find it. Get there. I want to start chatting with you about this. You don't have to come on right now. Webby is actually scheduled to come on, I think, in March. So I'm going to have him on there. Don't worry.
Nigel, views now 101 when whip mentioned.
Nice. I really don't want to get whipped on YouTube, really, at all. So
it's not what you want, it's what we want.
It's what the people want. Give the people what they want. All right, Chef, I sent it to you.
You really want, Mel B.
Package it up. I don't know.
Has Rob D got scheduled on for the hot seat yet?
I don't think so. Rob D, have we talked yet? If not, get in there. Hit me up, dog. I have guests scheduled till March 21st. I think.
Really?
No, March 21st is my next open date. So.
Unfucking real.
What, Chris?
I've got random people going to that Hilton Suite video, leaving comments. That's just kind of mind-blowing to me because it's like outside of what I normally do. But then I look at the other video that I just put out that's got 2 views.
Nice. All right,
on the new channel.
I thought I reached out to Rob D. Get on your Facebook, your Messenger, and get back to me. All right. Justin from Baby Back Maniac, he's coming on. We're gonna do a special one for him, and then that'll be in a couple weeks. I think. Oh yeah, there's Chef Johnny. How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Hey guys.
How was your day? You have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, we had a great one. Of course, some of y'all know I went over and we had a second meal with my sister tonight. So had a nice little visit with her, and she's you know, she's not going to be around a whole lot longer. So we did a special one for her. So kind of a good night.
Right on.
Good for you, Jeff.
Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. You know, it's just, you know, 3 years ago they gave her 6 months, and so she, you know, beat that by 2.5 years. But she's not responding to chemo anymore, and things are growing and getting bigger. So not gonna be a lot longer.
That's tough, brother. Sorry, man.
Yeah, she's 10 years older than I am, so she's 66. So not real old.
Yeah.
But we had a good visit tonight. Had a nice meal. There's 3 of us siblings, so all of us were there, and you know, our spouses and a bunch of the my mom's grandkids, you know, were there. So big part of them. So it was a nice night.
Oh, that's good. So I'm gonna throw a couple questions at you though. You're kind of chatting about. So I'd like to hear your take on it, since you have a growing channel that's doing really well. What do you think is the future of YouTube cooking? What's the next big thing that you see coming our way?
As in, you know, what trends you think, or
what product, what anything? You know, what's the next hotness do you think is going to come our way?
You know, gosh, I mean, I guess if somebody knew that, you know, we'd all be rich if we could figure that one out. You know, I see things continuing. I really do, like the air fryers. I don't see that going away. I think that's a hot product. I think if you kind of watch some of the infomercial stuff, you can see what people are buying a lot of, and that tells you what's out there. And then go, okay, if this is spending that much time on infomercials, they're selling that many of them, this may not be a bad thing to have on my channel.
Right.
You know where I'm coming from?
Right. I'm with you.
We can look at it as individuals and go, hey, we think this might be good or that might be good. But these people that are doing infomercials, they have research teams behind things of what people are buying and where people are going to. That's why they're having those infomercials. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've done the research. They know. So I think if we kind of look at that and say, hey, what's showing up on there, what's going on, I think you're going to see what people are watching and what people are moving toward. I think the things that never get old is barbecue. And of course, with barbecue, I believe the offset smoker is the king on people doing barbecue. Weber kettles are always going to be huge. And there's so many people here at Christmas time, you know, there's going to be a ton of pellet grills bought. So those things are flowing there. I don't see the Blackstone slowing down. I think you're still going to see those things kind of roll in that direction. But like I said, I kind of look at the infomercial and go, what are people selling on there? Because those people have huge marketing teams and research teams trying to figure out what people want to buy.
Right. Fair enough. Mona's in the chat. She says, sending you and your sister and fam love and all the prayers, Chef. So,
thank
Mona,
you.
I didn't know you're in the house. So, hey, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Appreciate it.
I guess my glasses on, I can read the chat.
Yeah, Jay's playing with his pussy over there, so that's fun.
Hey, Mona, this is Mau Mau. This is the other one you didn't see. You got to see Mia, or here's Mau Mau. She's a Maine Coon.
Who are you calling a coon?
Rob D said they're buying the whips that they use on me. Freaking Rob, funny shit, dude. Chef, I think you're right about the air fryers. You know, the foodie is a big deal right now. Luckily, you know, Mrs. CJ's on top of things and already got me one. So I think you're right about that. The infomercial's on 3 different freaking channels, you know, and it's the same. You know, I actually watched it and it's the same thing over and over again. So people are looking for the new hotness and the new thing to buy. I think, you know, we talked about earlier, I think the Weber kettle's timeless. I don't think that's going away anywhere. But I think it was Tom Horsman brought up virtual barbecue. So if anybody's still in there, what do you think virtual barbecue means? Like, how do you do that?
Virtual barbecue. I mean, are you talking about these as in a cooking device?
Yeah. Well, we were talking about the next big thing for the channels.
Well, I think
putting virtual barbecue in there.
They've been pushing those smokeless barbecue deals on. I saw one the other day. Smokeless barbecue it's like a grill you sit in your house. Because I guess there's a group of people that like the idea of barbecue, but they don't. They don't have the there's so many people in cities that they don't have a place for even a Weber kettle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what do they do? And I guess that's what I was watching an infomercial the other day, and I was like, wow, look at this. And it's like an infrared grill that sits up in your house, sucks the smoke down into itself. And, so I guess maybe that kind of stuff is maybe what he was talking about when he was doing that. But, I mean, barbecue is still huge. It's still growing. It's still, people are wanting to learn. They're wanting to master that. There's more people barbecuing than ever. That's why I see in the barbecue industry, as far as what do people want to learn to cook on, that's why I see the Weber kettles, the pellet poopers, and the offset smokers. I think are the ones that you'll see people kind of moving those directions for.
Right on. Mel Simple Meal says she's getting a foodie for Christmas. There are people that do the gadget review and unboxings. Yeah, we saw one particular person that has a foodie that I think her video had 500,000. Is that what you said? 500,000 views on it. The foodie thing, I actually almost told Melise to send it back because I wasn't too sure I wanted another gadget on the channel. But as we started kind of going over it and the instructions and the features and all that stuff, to me it looks like a good deal, and I see that it's a big deal. Like Chef was saying, the infomercials are big right now. So I've started following a couple people that use that foodie, and it's a pretty cool deal. Like I've done ribs on it, and I've done pulled pork on it so far, and both turned out really well in half the time or even a third of the time of doing something outside. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
And I think you have to, as a food channel, you're going to go, how does this fit into what I do? So somebody offered me a air fryer, months ago, and I thought about getting it because of all the views that are flowing into air fryer stuff, simply to generate views. But then I looked at it and I went, I'm not sure it fits me or into my channel. And so I opted up. I told them, thank you for the offer, but I decided not to, just because I just felt like that the people that have been coming to see me, they weren't coming here. I didn't think they would be that many of them want to see me cooking on an air fryer, because I'm more of a Dutch oven outside cooking guy, and I didn't see that fitting me. So sometimes when it's a new gadget, you got to go, does it fit me? And does it fit my channel? Instead of just getting those things that a lot of people are going to be looking at, how does it fit into you in the way you run your cooking channel? Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Miss CJ just said she selfishly wanted it too, though. So I thought that was funny.
There you go. Now it's right off.
Kid, you ready to say goodnight, brother? Kid.
It's comatose.
You ready to say goodnight?
Yeah, I gotta go. I got my grandson here. So appreciated chatting with all you tonight. And see you next time. Hopefully we don't have so many technical difficulties on my end. So
Definitely. All right, brother. Have a good weekend.
Right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Later, chat.
All right. So Shit, guys, we're going on 3 hours right now. Oh, well, I don't want to break your record, man. You guys still going strong?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Y'all good? Anybody else want to come on the chat? In the chat? The dog wants to come on?
That way I can read the messages as they're coming in. Sorry, technical difficulties here.
All right.
All right, cool. Christy's cooking channel has a lot of air fryers. She likes them. I simply got them for the views. I mean, Chef, you got a pretty dedicated fan base or whatever. You know, what the hell?
Yeah.
Kent's still on. Kent's still on. I'm gonna go ahead and mute him off. All right. But I think having the air fryers, for me, it is a view getter, but it's also it's a new creative something to do. You know, we talked ad nauseum about, you know, there's 1,000 ways to cook a burger or whatever, but using, you know, an air fryer, you know, it's still relatively new. It's not like trying to cook on a kettle that's been there since God was a kid, right? So
people are buying the heck out of them still.
What's that?
People are buying the heck out of them still.
Yeah, for sure. But you do want to try to find the next hotness. You do want to find the next go-go gadget type thing. So I don't know. I don't really have a problem with it one way or the other. I'm still, you know, relatively small channel. I want to try to grow it. I don't mind using different things. The hardest part for me is fitting them all in. You know, like I wanted a kettle, I wanted the pet bra, I wanted a Blackstone. Now I got 2 air fryer type things. It's hard to, like, I can't do 5 videos a week.
I gotta go pee.
All right, good talk. I can't do 5 videos a week on, you know, each different item. It's just not going to work for me. So that is the hardest part about having all that stuff, is juggling what I want to do next. So.
Yeah. I mean, even with me doing 2 videos a week, it's still saying, okay, what do I want to have? What do I want to cook on? You know, my Lion grill has kind of been pushed to the back here lately. It's been a while since I've done a video on it. And and not everybody likes gas grills, but I enjoy cooking on it. It's fun to run out there and cook a quick meal on. But I just haven't used it because, you know, I have the Barrel House cooker and I have the Weber, you know, and plus I still got my pit maker stuff. So, you know, we've been doing those type things. And then if you step inside the house, you know, like I did something in the house the other day, you know, then you've got that and you're going, gosh, you know, in your case, you're doing 4 videos, 5 videos a month. I'm doing 8 or 10 a month. And it's still tough to get everything in there. And as, you know, I'm picking up a Blackstone, you know, I think Libby ordered it today.
Yeah.
And so, you know, now I'm going, okay, how am I going to squeeze that in? And Pit Maker, you know, confirmed to me the other day, my pit's almost ready and it's going to be here. So then I'm going to have another offset cooker. So now you're going, okay, I've got the Weber, I got the Barrel House, I've got the offset cooker, I've got my vaults going all the time. I've got my, you know, how do you get all those things in there? And you're right, that's a tough deal in a tough situation to get all those in there. But, you know, and plus my Dutch oven stuff, you know, I like doing Dutch oven and that gets me a lot of views. So you've got to look and say, where's a lot of my views coming from? What do my people like? And then try to work those things in that your base and your regular people that are there all the time for you are wanting to see also, and not, because you don't want to turn them off.
Right. And I'm with you. I do 2 videos a week and then I have the live stream. And even with the 2 videos a week, I cannot figure out what I want to do next. But as far if you go by just the views I have on certain things, it is the air fryer gets the most views, and the Blackstone gets the most views. So to me, those I should be concentrating more on those. But the problem is I like barbecuing. You know, I like cooking in the kitchen too. You know, I want to be a better barbecuer. That's why, you know, I talk to you guys constantly on how to do things better. So that's the struggle right now. It's like I know that I should be doing 5 new foodie videos, you know, the ninja thing, in the next, you know, week or two, just because we're coming up on Christmas. You know, it's going to drive the views because people are getting them, or they'll use my Amazon link to get one. You know I should be doing that, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. So that's the hard part. So
like Jimmy Q.
Hold on,
right about
that. We see a couple more people jump in the chat. Tom's Tinkering Adventures and Smoking Bears is in the chat. I'm sorry, I just want to shout out some new people that join in. We still have 23 viewers, and we're going on the 3rd hour here. That's pretty crazy.
That's awesome.
So what were you saying, Chef? I'm sorry I'd interrupt.
Oh, no. This guy, I was just saying, like Jimmy Q was saying about the Instapot, how it's moving right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it is, but that's another one that you see those infomercials on. You know what I'm saying? When I was talking about infomercials a while ago.
Right.
People are seeing that, and people are buying what they're seeing out there. And that's it. One thing that comes up too, CJ, I think we look at too is you have your kind of niche that you're going, hey, this is my niche market and this is where I'm at. And I think sometimes the focus isn't always on what do I use necessarily, but what food am I putting out there? So you can look at it that way too, of saying, okay, Christmas is coming up. What are people going to be doing during Christmas? You know, we just had Thanksgiving. So, of course, you know, I did a turkey video prior to Thanksgiving. So kind of my emphasis lately has been I want to do holiday dishes. I want to do tailgating dishes. And I want to do God, my mind just went blank at the third thing. But I kind of had 3, you know, things that I was saying, here's what I want to do food-wise to put in front of people. Because people are going to be searching holiday dishes. They're going to be searching tailgating things, you know, during this time of the year. So sometimes when you kind of back up and go, what's coming up, so you can get those videos out just prior. Now, I think that there's some things that can lend themselves for doing, you know, you can cook that tailgating thing on 4 different things, or you can cook that, you know, that holiday meal. Hey, I can use my oven. I can use my Instapot. I can use my fryer, my air fryer. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes if you plan your food out for the season that's coming up, I think that helps you with views, and then look and see what instrument you want to cook it with. But look at what food's going to be researched this time of the year also.
Right. I'm with you on that. And Mel brought up a good point about, you know, getting sick of Thanksgiving before Thanksgiving, because, you know, we were all making, you know, I did a turkey breast, you know, I did a gravy, you know, whatever. I really tried not to do as much Thanksgiving before Thanksgiving, because it's oversaturated for sure. But I will do, like, I'm going to gear my channel this week to the next few videos to the foodie, because that's, you know, I think is going to be a big deal coming up for Christmas. So I am trying to think ahead. Chicken fried barbecue, Bill, he said he thinks the air fryer works for my channel. I'm not a barbecue specific channel. You're right. The thing is, I want my channel to be well-rounded, well-versed. Okay. So I agree with you. The air fryer does work, or other cookers go, but I enjoy barbecue, so that's why I want to do it. It's not that I'm trying to sell myself as a barbecue channel, but I feel like if you don't do what makes you happy, cook what makes you happy, what you want to eat, whatever, then there's no point in doing it, right? So, Bill, that's kind of what I was talking about. You know, gear myself towards other things. I agree, but I like doing the barbecue. I don't think anybody's coming to me for particularly advice on how to cook a brisket or whatever. It's just something I want to do to learn how to do it better, right? So, Bill, that's kind of why I do what I do, and I try to keep it spaced out on things. But this month will be very focused on the air fryer and the Ninja Foodie and all that. So, what else we got in the chat? Yeah, it is what's most searched. So I agree with you on that, Mel. We lost Hobo. He sent he's back or no, he's not back. He said that his computer locked up on him. So he likes to blame the Russians when that happens.
Right.
They know he's a Trump fan, so they're coming after him. So
Smoking Bears. I've never done a turkey in a Dutch oven. I've done some turkey parts in a Dutch oven before, and I have roasted chickens in a Dutch oven. So, but have not, you know, of course, you'll find in a Dutch oven big enough to stick a turkey in would be, you know, if you have one of the old 16 inches, they're darn sure round enough, but they're not tall enough. So you would have to half it to get it in there. I don't even have a tall 14. I have some deep 12s and deep 10s, but not 14s, or I don't even know if you get a deep 16 anymore. So it'd be hard to get that turkey in there. You could cut it in half or cut it into pieces to work in the Dutch oven, but that's a hard thing to do that in that direction.
Cool. He said he's thinking of breaking it down. That would probably work a lot better. I think cooking with Webby's calling it a night. It's midnight where he's at. Yeah, it's only 9 o'clock where I'm at right now. I didn't mean for this to go a couple hours, but Mona said something that, you know, this is very, I agree with Mona. This has been very fun talking about just the things that have to do with YouTube and, you know, YouTube cooking and all that. I swear this is the quietest I've ever heard JP like ever, but it's cool.
The boss is here.
The boss is here.
You know what's interesting too? Chicken fried. Here he goes. His turkey video is his most watched video, and it's only a week old. Now he does have a young channel, but that just goes to show you there's a lot of people searching for turkey. And even though he's got a young channel that's hard to discover, that's his #1 video right now.
Yeah, you're right.
So even though it's a saturated market, it is, you know, there's a lot of people looking up how to cook a turkey right now.
Exactly. You're right about that. You know, the turkey breast that I smoked on the pit barrel, it's got 505 views for me. Real quick though, hey Miss J, how you doing? I'm glad to see you on here. You know we all love you, so it's awesome. 1984 barbecue, John. I sent you the link to the Hangouts if you want to come on. Feel free to come on. Yeah, my smoked turkey has 505 views. Now for me, that's a lot. My average views are like 200, 250. So you know, I did it on purpose, just like you said. You know, so soul food cooking. Yeah, Robert. He was putting on Facebook that he had 130,000 views to his channel in the last 48 hours. That I don't even have 100,000 views total accumulative over the years I've been here. So
barbecue's calling me.
He's calling me too.
Yeah, me too.
John, I don't know why that's working that way.
Yeah. Open with Hangouts.
Let me see if there's another way I can send it to you, John. I don't know.
You know, it's soul food cooking. I think he's pushing 50,000 right now. Am I right about that?
50,000
He's
subscribers.
He's at 46, 47,000, something like that.
Yeah.
Mr. Gray.
I think so. Throw it in there, Robert, if you got it.
I can't remember his first name. I knew Gray was his last name. Couldn't think of his first name.
Yeah. He's took over as the admin for the YouTube Cooks Facebook thing. And he's invited me on to help out. So I've been helping him do a little bit on there. We're trying to come up with ways to grow that community too. So I think we got some good stuff. Yeah, I said 47,506.
Yeah, right in that neighborhood. Yeah, people do search that. And last year, I actually did videos on Thanksgiving leftovers that I put up right after Thanksgiving that got good views. And I actually have some turkey breast I'm probably going to do some videos with, maybe even tomorrow, that will be taken care of doing some type of turkey sandwich or something, a hot turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
What do you do with those? I did like turkey tetrazzini. I did a crostini sandwich. I did I'm losing my mind. It's an old style sandwich that you toasted and it had ham and cheese and turkey in it. Monte Cristo.
Right.
I did a Monte Cristo sandwich with turkey last year.
That's cool. I did a leftover casserole type thing last year where I actually cooked a Thanksgiving meal real quick. Well, not real quick, but just real simple Thanksgiving meal, and then turned it into the leftover casserole that I wanted. So and then tomorrow I have a video scheduled for a turkey noodle soup that I used the leftover breast that I smoked to do, because you do want to do leftover ideas, right? So I don't know, John. I don't. You called all our cell phones. You didn't jump on this hangout, so I don't know how to fix that for you, brother. If you could figure it out, but however you tried to get on wasn't working. So
yeah, click the link. He should just be able to click the link and move on in.
I know. I sent it to him via Messenger like I always do. So, hey, Nigel, are you ready? You ready to get on this bad boy? I'll put the link in the chat for you.
Let's do that. Hi, Leps Pussycat. That's Mia.
Thanks, Miss J. Much appreciated. The turkey I did today in the pit barrel, like we did the full turkey for Thanksgiving. Freaking awesome, dude. I was very happy with it. So it was very cool. Yeah, everybody. I know this is probably a little late in the hours, but everybody subscribe to everybody in the channel. If you don't know, or if you haven't subscribed already, might as well keep all the friends together and keep it going. So, Tom, you did prime rib. I actually thought about doing that too, but I gotta have turkey. Tom Hinterman said the same thing. Yeah, man, dude. That I did the pit barrel cooker. It was freaking amazing. I can't wait for leftovers for sure. Jay, what did you do tonight?
We actually went to her, her aunt's house, and we got a bunch of leftovers. I actually got all the mashed potatoes. So if you guys can guess what I'm going to do tomorrow with my mashed potatoes, what do you think?
Mashed potato patties?
Potato cakes.
Potato cakes on the Blackstone. Yeah. That's
potato
awesome.
cakes on the Blackstone.
Are you going to go live with it or just film it?
Well, after what Kris said about doing a video and then a live, and how they, I don't know how they rate it or whatever, YouTube rates them or whatever. I think I'm gonna have to go live, man. I've been doing lives for the past couple weeks, few weeks. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna have to go live for this one. We could either watch a train wreck or we could watch some awesome leftover mashed potato cakes.
Well, I think if you have it all set up, dude, it's gonna be good, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
You can't cook potatoes and not have it be good.
Well, I've done them in the skillet, so yeah. Why not the Blackstone? So
I see Ron Ronington's in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Nigel, do you want the link? You coming on? This will be your first hot seat. We'll get you on there. There we go.
There he is.
There's our hero. What's up? Cheers to you, brother. Say something. You look.
We don't hear you. We see him.
What's up, gentlemen?
There he is.
Doing.
Hey, he looks like Pickles now. He's in the dark.
I know. Yeah. Put some light on you, brother. Put some light on you. Yeah, where is old Pickles at? Where's old? Did Pickles need to be here? Did T-Roy? T-Roy, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you. Nice of you to show up on the third hour. It's good times. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, brother. Very cool. The Godfather's here. Right on. John, what are you up to tonight, brother?
Nothing, man. Listen to this awesome hot seat tonight.
Do you have your camera on, or is that you, or is it just a picture of you?
Hang on, man. My camera's jacked up.
All right. So, John, how long have you been doing the YouTube thing? I know we're gonna get you on here, but
man, I've had my channel for a little while. Probably, I don't know. It says I've had my channel for a year, but in actuality, there we go. In actuality, I've been doing the barbecue thing for a couple months.
Right on. T-Roy said he's been busy watching his Cowboys and Saints win tonight. I love that you have two teams. That's awesome. I know you're from Louisiana and you live in Texas now, so that makes sense. Very, very cool. Dude, I'm kind of plumb out of topics to talk about. You guys got anything you want to chat about?
Go Browns.
Go Browns. Go Browns.
There he goes again, talking about the damn Browns.
John, where are you from, John?
1984 barbecue.
I am from Clarksville, Indiana, which is right across the river from Louisville, Kentucky.
So you're a Colts fan?
No, I'm a Steelers fan. Go Pittsburgh.
Go Pittsburgh.
Boo!
Nigel, I got a question, man. You've been throwing up that Go Browns. Is American football that popular in the UK, or are you just trolling Leprechaun there? Do you really like the Browns, or are you just dicking around with them? Poopsburg. Oh, man.
There he goes, too. Oh, Nigel.
Nigel, that's awesome. Oh, gosh. T-Roy just subscribed to Mel Simple Meals. Very cool.
Uh-oh.
Miss J, we need to talk about your UNLV running Rebels. I thought this was going to be the year they start doing good things, and what happened? I think they're like 3-8, something like that. Oof, so bad. Yeah, Char Griller, I wasn't planning on having a 3-hour hot seat. Sorry.
What's the record, CJ?
I don't know. It was set with Johnny, so I feel like if he's on now, then it feels like it's an asterisk. So
it was about 2 hours. We were in that 2-hour neighborhood.
I thought he said something was 3 hours.
Yeah,
well, no. What he always said is we were 2 hours, and then it was just him and I for like an hour and a half after that.
Got it.
Off air or something like that. But no, I was in the 2 hour range, and of course, at that time, that was by far. That was the third one. The other guys had went, like an hour.
Yeah.
So, he was like, "Holy crap! It's been 2 hours. We need to get off of here."
Yeah.
So we shut it down. Just there still was a good amount of people in there, but so I think there was at that time it was like 30-something people showed up that night or something.
Yeah.
We're in that neighborhood. It was, anyways, like I said, it was the third one. I was 6,000 subscribers, maybe something like that.
Oh wow!
So I'm 10,000 bigger than I was a year ago at this time.
Right. Well, I hope that happens for me over the year. Hey, you two, get it, girl. Yeah, grab that beard. Yeah. All right. So Nigel said that he supported the Browns even before he subscribed to Leprechaun.
Yeah.
So there you go. Miss J doesn't follow UNLV. I was trying to get my oldest son to go there just so we can come to Vegas more. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. He wants to go to NYU. I don't know about that.
Who's USC's rival? Bruins?
UCLA and Notre Dame. They're playing Notre Dame on Saturday. They're going to get
Notre Dame. Okay. Yeah.
They're going to
That's a game right there.
I think they're going to get beat down bad. So
it's always those teams that you don't think, man, you know, that come pull through and give them upsets. The Browns, Ohio State Buckeyes have that team, one team every year to just we on paper we should beat them, and it don't happen.
Yeah. All right, T-Roy, you're right, but I don't think I'm going to go much longer. I think I got a good solid 15 minutes in me, and I'm calling it a night. Miss J, hey, it's great having you come on. You know I have much love for you, sister. So good night. Happy Thanksgiving. All right.
What offset I was getting? I do not know. I haven't asked Hitmaker what they were sending, and they have not offered up the information of which one. They just told me it would be a hitman or a sniper, so I don't know. So I'm still, when I pull in, Bill, all I can tell you is I guess I'll find out when I pull in.
That's cool. Can't wait to see it. I still want to give me an offset. I like I said, it's not what my channel is about, but I just think it'd be cool to have and fun to use. So someday. And my brother-in-law has a Traeger that he swears by. He thinks it's the best thing in the world.
Tom, I think my wife ordered it earlier today. We looked around and did some things. Tractor Supply had a good sale on them today, but the pictures they had actually were the old ones. And if you ordered it, you had to pay shipping, which totally threw the price out on it. And if you picked it up at the store, it was $100 off. But our local one only had one. And so I wasn't going to get up and go stand outside the Tractor Supply at 6 to make sure I got that one. So Libby got online and looked, and Walmart actually had a stainless steel model for $295. So I think she ordered the stainless steel 36-inch, if I'm not mistaken.
That's awesome.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
So anyways, Leprechaun's going to come down here and teach me how to cook on it, and I'm going to teach him what Mexican food really is, because it is not Taco Bell.
That seems like a good deal right there. Hey, just hide the cameras when I jump in the pool naked.
I'm going to close my eyes before you get naked and jump in the pool. And then I may have to drain it and refill it before I get in it.
Oh, man.
Hey, CJ.
Yeah, brother.
Hey, man, you asked me earlier about that podcast thing, about what you thought I made up about it. I thought about it, and I didn't want to type all that, man. That was just too long to type.
Right.
But I listened to his Malcolm Reed's podcast, and he goes over like what video they did that week, it kind of does like a little explanation, and then he has like questions, kind of like the hot seat. He has, asking different YouTubers different questions, and it basically just is something that if you're, busy and you ain't got time to sit there and watch, like, say, that particular person's video that right then and there or that time, kind of lets you break down like what he did, and then he answers different questions that, like, his wife is on there with him, so she has questions that they get through comments like Facebook, Instagram, I guess YouTube maybe, and he tries to answer those questions on there. Do I think it helps YouTube itself to answer your question, like your channel? I don't know, because I haven't done anything like that. I'm a small channel.
Right.
So, but I mean, he's got like 400 some odd thousands of subscribers. So I mean, I like listening to it, and then I like to go back and like watch the video that he was talking about.
Right.
You know, so I mean, it may help some YouTubers, you know, if they know how to do it. You know, I don't know. I think it could be a good thing.
I don't have time to in my life right now to take on another like show per se. But if there's some way I could link what I do every Thursday night to Apple, iTunes, whatever it is, the Podcast Nation, whatever, I would do that in a heartbeat because it'd be like you're just recording one video for two shows, right?
Right.
So,
you know who's that, CJ?
Who's that?
He's one of the how-to do YouTube guys. Schmoyer. His
Tim Schmoyer.
podcast is his live.
Okay, I follow him, so I know who he is.
What he does is he starts his live prior to his podcast, and then he'll go, "Okay, guys, it's time for me to start my podcast." And then he'll click a button. He's like, "Hello, everybody. I'm here on." And his live's already been going for a little while.
Okay.
And then he introduces, "Hey, here's the podcast intro," and then he goes through the whole thing like that. But Tim Schmoyer does that.
All right, cool.
So Mike, look at, and you could tie that right into your hot seat.
Right. To me, that'd be the ideal way of doing it. So I couldn't do an extra show. I'm one, too busy, and two, not that interesting. So if I could tie it to this, then I think that's the way to do it. Who has that in the chat? Who has been here the whole 3 hours and whatever minutes? I just want to see you. Nigel's been here the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to.
Yeah, Nigel's been here.
You've been here the whole time too, John?
Yeah, I've been here since you started.
Right on. Obviously, Lep, you got in there too. Dan, Smoky Goodness has been here. Easy Bake's been here. Robert, Soul Food Cooking has been here. Right on. So we've had some people stick around. Tom Hinderman came in a couple minutes later, but I mean, damn, you've been here pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god, guys, I'm getting a little worn out, ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Any of you guys have anything you guys want to say? And then Bad Beast comes on. Hey, Daryl, we are over 3 hours in, and this is when you decide to jump in. Oh my gosh, that's funny. How you doing, brother? I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Will there ever be a massive meetup with everybody cooking community cook-off party? Yeah, Mona, if you go back in my videos about 4 or 5 months ago, I had Josh and Babe here, Kirby from Kirby's FishNGrill, and Marion, Robert Roy. They were all here, and we did 5 or 6 videos or something like that. Everybody had to watch the Saints game. That's why they're late. At least they won. All right, so I'm with you guys. I think the Saints are the team to beat for real, and the Browns are doing good too, Jay. Don't worry.
Get there.
You can find quite a few of good groups on T-Roy's channel because he's had one with numerous people at his place. So we had me, him, and James there, but then you have Troy traveling up to Justin's where it's Troy, Justin, and Harry Sue all together. Then of course Keith Baytag has his big deal every year where people kind of show up and meet. So there's been some where you get a small group at a region together, and they'll throw out some cooking or some live. But I tell you what, even though it wasn't live, my video of me and Troy and James, that it got a lot of views.
Yeah.
And the video ended up being about 2 hours long because I did the whole day. I did my potato salad. I did my baked beans. I did James cooking ribs, and I did Troy cooking his hot and fast brisket. So, I mean, it was a 2 hour long video, and it's got a ton of views where people wanted to get on there, and I'm sure a lot of it was just to see Troy, you know, because it was the first time he was on my channel. But, you know, also I think they like the idea of all of us being together is another reason why it got a lot of views also.
Right on, right on. Hey, Daryl, what about my logo, buddy? I know you had one for me, and it was a little angry, and you're gonna make it smiley like me. I know you're busy, but come on, dude. Priorities. I am your priorities in life. Lep will be the last man standing. Of course he will.
I guess I went live last night, and I was playing my Irish music and drinking proper 12 with Conor McGregor. I guess I passed out during my live. I woke up and was like,
"Oh, find a fluffy, soft bear." You can use the same bear, just like maybe turn the grin, the grill, to like, whatever. Either way, I appreciate you doing it anyway. I'll just give you a hard time, brother. Jay, I was on your live, dude. I was talking to you, said some shit. You probably just slept right through it.
Hey, at first I was cool. And then when that buzz kicked out, I couldn't even read comments no more or nothing, man. I was just dancing and
you had the Irish music on. You're like,
well, I erased it, so I deleted that one.
Oh my gosh, that's funny, dude.
Yeah.
Daryl, I'll just give you a hard time, man. I love the logo you did. I can't wait to use it or when you refine it or whatever. But you have such talent. Guys, Bad Beast Barbecue is one of the most talented individuals out there. So definitely check him out if you're not in there.
Great love and good time.
Say that again?
I said great content and great guy also. I just added on top of that.
And brother Daryl is a fan of the Rain On, so he loves his crown like I do. So, cheers to you.
Like Buffalo Trace. No Buffalo Trace.
Yep. Wait, I stepped into CJ dancing. Rob jumped off the kid back to me dancing like Leprechaun did. That was funny.
Yeah. I'd like for him to design something for LeprakonTV, and that'd be pretty cool. Like if he could put like my tattoo, incorporate that into it, because I want to get it put on some koozies, some beer koozies. And I'm pushing 1K, so I figure for 1K, man, I'll give away some of my koozies,
Right. Well, Daryl, put your price list in there, and
right.
People doing it. Suburban Barbecue wants Kris the Butcher and Pitmaster X. I think I'd have no problem getting Kris on because I chat with him fairly often. I follow his videos. It's just a timing issue probably. Pitmaster X, I've reached out to him because Nigel actually told me to, or Johnny did. Johnny, you said to reach out to him.
He said he would do the hot seat.
Yeah, but he never responded to my reaching out. So that guy's pretty busy, and I'm not going to push for anything. I reach out, and if you come on, you come on. If not, I understand.
Yeah, him and I talked. We talked about doing some type of collab together, and doing some things, even like getting onto his live, possibly, like live Instagram and some things like that. It's just with my, if I do it from the house, it's real hard for me to do anything live because of my poor internet out here in the country.
Right.
That's what happens when you're outside the city. But yeah, he was, he's a good guy. Roel is, and he wants to reach out and try to do some stuff with some people. So we need to get back with him. Some of us that have communicated with him in the past, maybe we can get him back with y'all and let him. What we need to do is get him on here listening sometimes so he can see what it's like.
Exactly. Maybe I'll do that. I'll just send him a link to one of the hot seats so he can see what's going on. Because I think the timing, it would have to be like a Saturday morning type thing or whatever, so the timing works out for him.
Working for his. Because he's got 2 lives a week.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
goes live Mondays and Fridays, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and then he puts a video out one of the other days.
Right.
But he does two live cooks. Yeah.
Right. Harry Sue, I reached out to him this week. I emailed him, so hopefully I can hear from he lives in my general area, so I would love to get him on here for like a live chat or have him, help me.
That would be awesome.
So I'll reach out to him. I reached out to him. I'll follow up. I'd love, Troy, if you talk to him, put a word in, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see that guy. He has boundless energy. I'd love to talk to him.
May be able to help you with that too, because he reached out to Justin when he came to Texas.
Yeah.
That's so. I mean, Justin's got, of course, Troy got to meet him and stuff too. But I do know that if I'm not wrong, Troy can correct me. He's still in there. Is Harry Sue reached out to Justin when he came to Texas because he was watching Justin's show.
Okay. Well, like I said, I reached out to him. Hopefully, he doesn't stop talking. Yeah, I can tell. I think it'd be great to have him because that's the type of guest I want on here, someone that keeps talking.
Right.
Let's see who else. Oh, Jason at Easy Bake. I haven't emailed Michael yet. This last couple of days have been a little frantic with the holiday and all that. I have a lot to do tomorrow to catch up with. I need to get back with David Parrish on a couple of things. So I'll reach out to Michael Petrie too. I want to get him on too.
Yeah, Rich is down there
for sure. So I think that's kind of where we're at. Helen Rennie. How about Helen Rennie? I don't know who that is. Do you guys know who Helen Rennie is?
No.
I don't know.
Rich's River Smokers was down there today.
Oh yeah,
with Michael Petrie. He did like 2 lives.
Morning.
Yeah.
I watched it in between running back and forth to check my turkeys.
Okay. She is a cooking school. She has a cooking school. I'll look her up, Tom. Throw the link in our Facebook chat, and I'll check it out. Who else? Jason from Easy Bake Barbecue talked to Michael Petrie about coming on the hot seat to see if he'd be interested. So he said he would. So I would love to have him on. I hear he's the nicest guy in the world. So it'd be great to talk to him. So Mrs. Lepp has a lovely smile. Can she say hello?
She already went downstairs. She's watching movies.
Yeah, you're right, Jason. I agree with that. She's Russian. Hobo may get skeptical. That's funny. All right, guys. We're at 3.5 hours. I got to call it a night. I'm done. Thank you, everybody who stuck around the whole time. This obviously wasn't our conventional hot seat, but it was still a good time. Great roundtable. The 3 guys in the chat, I appreciate you guys coming on or in the hangout. I'm not going to keep the hangout running. I'm going to turn it off right now. It's about time to call it a night. Everybody, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Mel, I'll be in touch. We're looking into March, so hopefully we get you on there. Everybody else, we'll talk to you soon. Take care, and we are saying good night.